Hello everyone.
Connor here.
Tasty here.
Just as a small disclaimer,
Some modifications and activities that we discuss in this podcast should not be attempted or recreated.
remember to keep everything legal.
Always obey the rules of the road and keep her between the hedges.
Hello folks, what's crack? You're listening to the Agri Automotive podcast by Limited Slip Differences. And
Tasty?
Gobshite. Crossover special. Let's go. I've been looking forward to this one, to be honest with you.
by the way, I'm Connor.
Oh, yeah. Nathan.
Dion.
Michael. Oh, Dion. Not Dion.
Dion, yeah. Dion, not Dion.
Yeah. The first time ever reading like a message from you. This is back whenever like we first found out about you, like because I remember looking up your your TikToks and all, and I was like, message from Dion Kelly on Instagram, and I was like, and then you were like, oh yes, Dion, and I was like,
Well, I did call you out on it.
you did.
You did.
It's because it was in print. Because I said Dion first, it was Dion. It was imprinted.
That
in
was
my,
it. That's his name now.
It was imprinted in my head.
To be fair, I've been called worse. Like, you know.
Same, like, but like nobody can actually spell my name. Everyone spells Michael E-A-L. It's A-E-L.
Yeah.
And everyone spells my surname I-O-N. It's I-N. Why can people just not get things right?
Or you're just awkward.
There is that. What's the fucking crack, lads?
Not too bad.
Big drive up here.
Massive
Oh,
drive
yeah.
up.
I would be comfortable saying we're the furthest south guest you'll ever have.
Definitely you. Anyway,
Yeah, definitely.
Where are you based, Nathan?
Dingle, pretty much.
Holy fuck!
Oh.
that is.
Fuck.
You know a wee bit of Irish then, so you would.
No, he wouldn't.
Do you agree?
You are literally like, if you were to draw, you'd have to draw a line across the country to get down.
Yeah.
You
like
probably.
and then go to the.
You're beside my pass then.
Huh?
You're beside my pass then. It's
Connor
very
Pass.
high.
Connor Pass? Mm-hmm.
His name is Connor.
No, what? What did you say? My pass?
His
Lad.
his name is Connor.
Oh. Lad, I
need
got
to dial up though.
I was so confused. Yeah, Connor Pass. Yeah.
Yeah, go 2 peninsulas over, then that's me. Like I'm
So where are you then?
Castletown Bear.
Is that Cork?
Yeah.
Cork.
Like I'm closer to the Kerry border than I am to Cork City.
Oh, you're West Cork.
West, as far west as you can go.
So, but the West Cork people basically think they're from Kerry.
No.
No,
Might as well be.
We're our own entity down there. It's
But it is like you go to Cork, like because I like literally even on Tuesday there I was in Clonakilty or Shannon
like
Vale
that's
actually.
a good 2-hour drive from me. And this is the joke I have with everyone. People ask you, "Oh, would you know Bandon?" I'm about 2 hours from that. What about Clan? Be about 2 hours in that as well. And they're like, "Where do you live?" And then I go, "Oh, Bantry," and I'm like, 40 minutes from that again. And they're like, "Right."
It is. Cork is massive, but
It's huge.
And shit roads.
And shit
Yeah.
roads.
Oh, just about to say it.
Jesus,
Yeah.
bad roads.
Realistically, the same distance for us. You could do Derry to Belfast and an
81
hour.
mile, aye.
Something like that.
Like-
at a good night.
And they're
Yeah.
two counties.
If
Like, your road is so bad, I nearly lost the diff one.
Oh, yeah, like there is actually a bridge at home. It's on the Kerry side. No, I will point that out. It's on the Kerry side. Just get that in there. And I had warned him about it. And then he said it to me. He goes, "I hopped my diff off the ground over
Oh,
that
like-
bridge."
Does it literally go?
All, yeah, like literally you dip.
Then there's a crest.
Oh!
And
How many Boras have wrecked their sumps there over the years?
I've taken 2 or 3 cars when I was working in the garage off that section. And
Yes.
yeah,
I made
but I was out about a week later over that direction doing a bit of vermin control.
Yes.
And
Getting rid of the Kerry people.
I said, no.
Can never get rid of us, man. Too many.
I said, for the crack, I'd stop the Jeep. Smack bang in the middle of the road. Fins. Just a chunk out of the road of his diff fins.
Literally, I marked it so well. You could see 1, 2, 3.
I could count the diff fins. That's how hard he hit it.
Yeah.
And like,
I smacked it and I went,
Jesus, you're lucky you didn't fucking wreck the whole thing around
Because
yourself.
when he said it to me, I was like, "You're lucky you still have your diff because
Them
it's gotten
bolts were
worse
tight.
since."
yeah, it still goes around well.
Yeah,
Can't confirm. Can't confirm.
confirm.
You need to hit your diff off it too.
I might fix it.
I need to fix my diff first.
I'm just thinking there, like, see, whenever, like, we done a thing a couple of years ago talking to Cork. We done a thing, it's 4 years ago now. We did like a charity thing where we started up at the very top. Basically, one team started up at Donegal, another team started at the top of like
Mallinhead.
No, not as far. Moville. It wasn't Mallinhead because we all had to be similar distance. Me and my cousin, we started in Island McGee, and the other lads, I think they started in Coleraine or something. And so we all went down, and 1/3 of the journey was in Cork. And people always say this, like people always go, "Oh, you're talking shit," and I'm like, no, type it into maps. It's like 340 miles from like Island McGee till Crookhaven.
Oh yeah.
There's 120 mile in Cork alone. So that's basically a third. Like,
Do you want to know a fun fact?
go on.
If I leave my house, I can get halfway to Dublin. I'm still in Cork.
Yes, Cork's fucking huge.
I'm halfway to Dublin.
And I'm not
and
happy
I'm
about
still
it.
in Cork.
Greedy bastards. Kerry's big too, but
Yeah.
you're kind of out of the way, so.
Yeah, we have fun. Oh no,
Can't talk about him.
he's got no.
There was your lad from up here who was like swimming out to in Kerry. What do you know your lad?
Oh, Frostbite Boy.
Frostbite Boy. Have you
Oh,
heard of
yeah.
him? He's from like
Rory McSorley.
yeah, well, he's from the same county as us. Like,
Well, no, I'm not from this county. I'm from Antrim.
oh, I'm Derry. So yeah,
Get
well,
it
to be
right.
fair, you know the bridge we crossed? No, well, actually, we didn't cross the bridge, but basically just at the wee roundabout.
Yeah.
Down beside the shop.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you had turned right, you're literally going into the town, but you're in a different county.
it's kind of
Yeah, I thought that.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking as
Fun
much
fact.
when we were coming through it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was- there was a few hints.
yeah. I see what I was like. Oh yeah.
TripAdvisor.
TripAdvisor. Yes, good lap. Portland's lapping route just probably wouldn't be up there.
No, not as good as
No,
Feltz.
it's not as good as Mara Feltz. So, yes, podcasting then. How are you finding it?
Tough.
It is.
Like
Yeah.
people don't see, as Aidan Core says, people don't see this side of it.
No, it is. People really don't see the side of it. Good man, Aidan Carr. It's
It's awkward sometimes,
ah,
and then you get too giddy.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
well, that's
Do
when
it,
the crack
like,
starts flowing.
yeah.
yeah. It takes sometimes, and the thing is, like, even whenever like even we're talking here now, and now the camera's rolling and everything. Like, it was nearly easier for us talking off camera,
Off
and we were
camera.
like, we
Oh.
should be recording this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now the camera,
multiple times.
now the camera's on, and you're kind of nearly thinking, oh,
Can
we
I say
should be
this?
talking. But then I suppose when the camera's running, you're also trying to find a
Well,
direction.
sure, we had the time we had Donkey on.
Yes.
We were talking for an hour and a half, and we're having the crack up at the other shed. So basically, near we were doing, circles
Yeah.
or attempting to.
Visit Mexico.
It's funny that gate just turns into Mexico's, right? But like
That gate
we're talking,
really
It just appeared.
That get early with bye.
There's a good video.
were you
of
trying to build Donald Trump's wall up there too, as well?
that. It broke down. And like Nathan had got any more goes at it, it would have been taken down.
Yeah.
If I can get that video, you can send across that video. Like, we can doctor this podcast to show that, because it literally is me going. you go the opposite way, and I'm just like, fuck.
I literally, when I saw her face, I went, shit. I'm close away.
I was reversing to get ready to go, and all I could see was just your hands on your head, and I was like, "Oh, he's gone." To be
fair,
I was waiting for the bang.
It's been a while since there's been a good old fashioned wreckabout in my yard, and
I can come up anytime, but
Yeah.
don't
some
worry.
distance for you, but you're more than welcome. To be fair, like.
I have 4 sports ready at home. With
If there's
200 tires.
we come to Donegal, like it's
To be fair, Donegal,
Every year.
some track.
like we have a thing that we say: if we can get to Donegal, we'll get home.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
The problem for us is getting up there
Yeah.
for the rally. It's
That's something like we don't appreciate, because Letterkenny's 67 mile from here, which is about what, just slightly
Just
over
over an hour, and sure they built
100k.
the
give
belt
or
in
take.
the road as well
It
too.
was from Donegal to Tralee. Oh no, was it Tralee to Port Rush? It was 414 kilometres. I had looked at it because I was talking to one of the lads in work, and I was like, "Oh, right, shit."
I clocked my car leaving yesterday when I left. So we went to Carlow last night, and there is 683k on my clock. Yeah,
That is fierce.
480 mile or so.
yeah, about that.
Aye,
Something like that.
aye, yeah, aye.
I forget that.
It's
Why not?
That's a full tank of fucking diesel in the Gulf.
Yeah, that's
And I
a
did that
lot.
in 3/4 of a tank.
That's
But
good going.
Here, Lexus is very fuel efficient.
Yeah,
you know?
I've
Like,
talked to a few boys, and they'd say sometimes they're shit, and I'm
people
there
say
like,
it.
lad, mine got 500 kilometres easy one day. Like,
Mine, I'd say I'd be struggling to get 300 kilometres out of the S300. She is, I heard.
See, that's the
that's
difference.
different.
And she's not. She's not
With an
automatic.
extra full litre there, like.
Extra full litre and an automatic, and them Lexus gearbox are designed for comfort. It's the
Yeah.
same as like when you have an LS400. An LS400 is deadly slow. Put it in an IS200 with a fucking manual gearbox, goes like shit off a shovel. It's like the gearbox in them's made to be so comfortable.
But that car there to set in is...
It's like a cloud.
It is like...
It's
it is,
a
isn't
cloud.
it?
So I had an Altezza, RIP, talk about it every episode.
Here we go.
Like, whenever I sold it, I was like, no, scratch the itch. You know what? I'll complete the trifecta. I'll get a 300. And the thing was so good to drive, I bought coilovers for it that night. I have a set of HSDs lying there, and just...
The same coilovers that were in that yellow one I showed you.
I have HSDs now.
They're a deadly job.
When I went out, I full polybush, full ball joints, everything, and coilovers.
And you nearly had a fucking gate.
Yeah, skid nearly hit me. It's something out against me.
But I find like my car is polybushed. Like I was actually had polybushed engine mounts. They're not polybushed anymore. But see, fully polybushing a road car, I would say it's nearly not the job for it. It makes them too stiff.
I actually don't mind it. The way it is right now, it's actually kind of smooth sometimes.
Yeah, like
there was some roads come down. They were the main roads, and there was those yellow strips on the road.
the rumble strips.
Oh boy, they were rough. Then I was like, oh, you can feel it now.
That's to wake you up.
But like other than that, though, it actually is nice. Like it's
Probably fairly tightens her up.
yeah. That's why it swings so good. Though.
I just know from the Sierras, like boys, when they polybush them, like it definitely does make them a lot harder to sit on. But they're not an easy car to sit on at the best of times. But you can see whenever someone hasn't done any work, see whenever they're kicking, like you can literally see like the rear wheels starting to move.
There was one
like,
day I saw some lad, his whole rear subframe and wheels were just gone.
was it a green one?
No, I don't know. I think it was black or something. It was in Cork before.
Oh,
This was
right.
A good while ago
There's
now.
one at the Rash Centre, or well, Letterkenny Carton. We call it the Rash Centre, for obvious reasons.
That's where I went on fire.
You're not rash.
So what was that? Power steering.
Yeah, so after the Passat broke down, I built the whole Lexus, the white one, in 18 days to get to Donegal.
Yes.
It was literally Donegal or burst. And one part of the car I didn't touch was the power steering bottle. And the pipe, the main feeder pipe on the bottom, the clip wasn't on right. And when she came under pressure, she put every bit of power steering fluid all over the manifold.
Yep.
And
Some lad in the Beamer.
some lad in a Beamer
Hey.
ran from the lower track and he was like, "You were on fire, stop." But the lad in with me was like, "We heard fire."
You were just like, "Thank
Fire.
you, I am on fire."
And I was like,
my driving's
"I'm
fucking
going
class."
well." And even your man goes, "Geez, you're going very well." And then he goes, "I think they're talking about us." So next thing, panic. So the bonnet and that yoke, bit finicky. Sometimes it mightn't open first go, so you might have to get someone to like literally bounce on the bonnet to get it to open. And I'd be there pulling the lever like, "Come on, open." That was my biggest fear. So then the lad beside me, it wasn't him, he was in the slab with me.
I literally had
he was
the
like
car. I was like,
fucking-
right, I'll leave him at it.
What's that?
I was going to hop in with him, and I was like, no, I'll wait. And
He was like Baywatch running across the slab. Door card, fire extinguisher.
I ripped the door card off trying to get out of the car so fast. I heard fire and I seen a big ball of it and I grabbed the fire extinguisher, running over. He got out, popped the bonnet, standing there.
Nothing.
What?
It had gone out.
Yeah, it is just literally a big massive
It was just a
fireball.
massive fireball,
Yeah, just
one puff.
But like you could see all the liquid all over.
Yeah,
the
it was, she was destroyed after it.
Did you have to get it trailered home?
The other fella couldn't get out of the car.
I put cooking oil into it and drove her home.
Yeah. That was the other problem. He couldn't get out of the car.
Yeah, the lad in with me, he panicked and locked himself in. He was trying to open the door from the outside, trying to open it from the inside. He was like screaming at his girlfriend, and the two girls like, "Help me, please, I'm going to burn." And then just reached in and flicked the door. Get out.
Do you know what's mental when you are in a panic? Because like I remember the time like we had the first startup of the Sierra. You may have seen the clip on TikTok where I the seatbelt and the turbo. Yeah, like what did we panic like that day?
So I arrived down because he said, "Oh, he's going to try and get her started." So we got another lad.
It was going to be a
and-
great day in the parish.
Right, it was. In theory, or allegedly it was. So all was going grand. Looked at everything seemed grand from the mechanical knowledge we all had. And then we went and started. And I just ran to the fucking moon. And I ran like fucking away from it. Meanwhile, Mike was
Me
like,
and Sean
turn off.
tried. The first thing we went was like, "Oh, well, just disconnect the battery." Took the battery out. No. Well, the first thing I actually did was I turned off the ignition. I pulled out the key. And I was like,
But to be fair, your fuel tank was actually out of her. So
Aye.
luckily his fuel tank wasn't bolted in. It was just sitting in the ground behind it. And they had about $5 worth of petrol in the fucking fuel
I
tank.
went and pulled
so we
the-
just pulled the fuel tank out.
The fuel pump. The
Yeah,
fuel pump.
just-
Literally, like you have to turn it on and
And
then
see,
lock
ever
it.
since that, I have fucking Vietnam flashbacks. Every time he starts his car, I stay a wee bit away.
What about today? Started in a big bang out of her.
That scared the shit out of me too.
It's like starting, just because she's a bit rich, like it's just start, bang! I was like, God, she's fucking horrible to sit in now. I'm regretting.
I
going.
watched you drive up the yard and you did not look comfortable. Well, you were just bobbing. Like,
It's literally undrivable at the minute. I had this big talk about Michael Scollins going static. I am going to be the fucking big man, getting rid of the hydraulics, going fucking static, going low, going to do it right.
and you got awful slating on that Sierra group on Facebook.
I get awful slating every time my car goes up.
And he wonders why I say never take his advice.
It's so funny, but do you ever actually read the comments?
Oh yeah, we were going somewhere, and I spent a good 40 minutes of that journey just going through one comment section.
It's hilarious. Like they get so angry.
Did someone
it's
set a
brutal.
rain bail in that car?
Did a fat old girl sit in that car? Oh, that's too low. How does he get over speed ramps? Oh, the man needs his eyes checked. I'm pretty sure his wheels are sitting wonky. It's like it's kind of the idea, lads. You know,
Camber.
camber.
Like, it's not bad to be different. I mean, look at me.
If you're in the Ford scene, if you're a Ford purist,
Yeah.
if you're a Ford purist and you do anything different, all
Are
it'll take.
Ford's also the purist?
They used to be. Because he was always the poor man's sports car. That's literally what they were known for. But if you do anything different other than a set of wank-looking tiger stripes down the car from like the 1990s, which people still do, honestly, them Ford clubs. Someone's like, oh, my new Cosworth, gonna put tiger stripes. Oh, tiger stripes will look sick in it, bruv. And it's just because they're all English. And it's like the next thing then, like they post up going, yeah, just tiger stripe my car. And they're all like, oh, this is sick. Oh, it looks great. And I'm like,
That looks.
that
That's 20
looks,
horsepower.
that literally looks like I had a fucking Indian last night for dinner.
Sure. Jermaine Alta was stance. Sure, we went in and we met a few Ford purists and other Ford purists that came to the show. And you could tell from the way they were dressed that they were definitely Ford purists. I'll say no more.
Oh,
Great from head to toe.
Yeah, it's like.
And the accents, like, and the way they all talked. Even we went out that night and they were all in the bar, and we were with a few of the boys I know, and like even the way they were chatting us at the bar, and I was like, yeah, these are definitely Ford boys. These are Ford purists. These guys, yep. They're every stereotype box just tick, 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 and I was like, yeah.
That's one thing. It's like the car scene has gone that you have to do it this way. If you stand out, you're going to be ridiculed for it. But
Unless you prove them wrong,
yeah,
which is
the best job ever.
yeah, it like
aye.
for me that was the one thing about proving everyone wrong was me getting to Donegal. Like my own family didn't think the car was going to make it.
I didn't. I remember saying I was going to make Donegal. No, I didn't. It took 4 years.
And there was like there was a lot of people, friends at home were like, what are you at like? And I've said it in our own podcast and in other podcasts that we've done. There is a video of me driving in through the hills. There's tears rolling down my face.
Oh, that's nice. But
Because I was like, I have been sleep deprived, food deprived the last 18 days. And now she's here.
But what was the crack with 18 days? Like, why? Like, was the car? Did you hit it or?
Car was sat up outside my house for 3 years. So
Was
I,
this the white one?
yeah,
So
I
technically,
bought that
technically
car.
3 years and 18 days.
No, I
Oh.
pulled the whole car apart. As in, she got everything new underneath. I pulled that car apart, and I mean everything off her. Group D were getting every single paycheck for 3 weeks, just for parts.
And Group D's not easy paid.
Ah, they are.
Ah.
They're sound lads in Group D.
Aye, I'm not saying they're not sound, but they're fucking expensive.
They're the cheapest by us.
Huh?
Yeah, they're the cheapest by us.
Jesus,
Yeah,
I look
like
at.
with my bill, they've helped me out
And
as
to
well.
be
Like,
fair-
Oh, I'm not saying anything. You're on about Darren.
Yeah,
Aye. Oh, Darren McNamara.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, aye. Civil, but just dear.
oh no, not by us. Down our way? No, be the cheapest around.
Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
How expensive is things down your way?
Brutal,
yeah,
brutal.
stupid.
I mean brutal.
Because I look at Group D's prices and I'm like,
I got 6 spark plugs for the red one there, and
How much?
So they're like 20 euros a pop.
90,
they're like
98 euro on spark plugs. And that was
£85 for
Was
the
that
Civic.
just spark plugs?
that was trade on the 6 spark plugs.
Where'd you get that from?
Yeah, pit stop.
Why didn't you just go to Agra?
I'm near sure I was 80 quid for 4 spark plugs in my car.
I don't know what I am for spark plugs. I don't think the spark plugs.
Do you know
in my
what you
car.
do? Go on to Autodoc and buy them there.
That's what I have. The
Yeah.
thing is, Autodoc, they say stuff
Yeah, but
works
see,
for
I
your
didn't
car.
have time
and
for Autodoc.
Autodoc, you're waiting a week and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got my-
if you have time, then it's
But I get a new. Connor will tell you earlier on the day. Like I get a new tensioner, fan belt tensioner for my for the Saab engine there, and come from Autodoc. Says fits B204. And I was like, happy days. Or Saab 93, 98, whatever. I was like, happy days, I'll get it, because the last one broke on me. Got it, everything lined up, and it wasn't going on, and realised the slot, there's like a nib on it for basically where you push it into the casting on the front, the timing cover, and it was too big on mine, on the new part I got. So, anyway, 5 or 6 minutes later, a grinder, good to go, bang.
I was just
Into
supposed to
it.
say, did you take out the grinder just?
Did you
it was too small.
On the live chat? That's what I do. Give them the VIN number, tell them what you want. They'll send you an email of exactly what fits your car. Bang, didn't work.
That's okay when you have a car with the same engine.
Yeah, see, that Sierra
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
have... Yeah.
I forgot about that one.
So I have to go and find a
yeah,
Saab.
I feel like Nathan's light bulb just turns on.
it does by sometimes.
That was like me with the wheel bearings in the IS200. So,
Right.
for anyone with an IS200, and do you know about this?
There's 2 types.
There's 2 types of wheel bearings for an IS200. There's the Sport and the LE wheel bearing.
The LEs are different.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I'm
the LE
surprised.
hub is a fraction bigger,
Right.
I
Because they
think.
just had to be off.
Or else it's the other way around. One
Must
of
be a
them is a
parts bin
fraction
special.
bigger. And so I rang Group D looking for a wheel bearing because in the white one it was going. And I was like, I better change this. And I was doing a lot of roading where I was up and down to Foss. And I was like, better change this. And then I rang them and I was like, what's the diameter of that wheel bearing? And they were like, oh, it's standard. I was like, no. I said, there's 2 wheel bearings. And they were like, oh. And then they went and checked. They rang back. They were like, there is actually 2 wheel bearings. Thank you. We have ordered the other one.
That's
Because it happened to boy at home. He had a Sport. He got sent out in LE one.
Right.
And we were there at the press and I was like, that's not going in. Like, no matter how much we heat the hub, that is not.
Just a fraction enough that it just won't spread.
Oh,
yeah.
like it will not. It'll shear. The bearing would shatter. Like. And
You don't really want that happening.
no. So then he copped it himself. He was like, I actually think that's an LE wheel bearing.
So
Next thing-
the LE one must be slightly smaller.
It's like a bigger, I think.
Something anyway.
Something
anyway.
Yeah,
It's not right.
the Sport
Yeah.
and LE hubs are not the same.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that. That's something I didn't know either. I wonder is the LE the same as the 300? I don't know.
They
Haven't
could
had to
be.
worry about it yet.
I remember I rang him actually being like, I need wheel bearings as well. They were like, oh, what's your VIN? Actually, Dion, we already have his VIN number. We can use that. No matter.
Pause. I have a phone call to take.
Fuck it. With the transition, Connor is now missing, but we need to keep the show rolling, so yeah.
But,
You can keep so
yeah, so because I gave them my VIN number,
Yeah, it was just handy.
they now have it.
yes.
That's the VIN number for.
That's handy. Look,
Because
Yeah.
the white one was LE.
your white one wasn't LE.
Yes, she was sprayed with Dulux Weather Shield White.
You're joking me.
I
What was she
swear to God.
originally?
LE Silver. Do you know the really nice LE Silver?
Yes.
Yeah, if I lift up my boot mat or my floor card or the back
he's back.
seats,
Your car's not an original white car.
No, she was black for a while. She was green. She was silver, as in like sporty silver.
Actually, I forgot. I looked at my textbook. No, when I was buying text. It says silver on my
Yeah,
thing.
that is silver.
It's grey.
Yeah, but that is silver. It's a silver.
That's what they class it as, the silver.
And
But, like, it's
mine. Yeah, she's originally LE grey,
Jesus.
and
LE
she was
grey's a
sprayed
nice
with
colour.
Dulux Weather
Thanks.
Shield White. No, to be fair, with the Dulux Weather Shield, there was a lovely shine off it because it was clear coated.
Yes.
It was rough.
You could just wipe the dirt off. Like, she sat for 3 years. I cleaned it with a rag.
That's good going.
Yeah.
Jesus, mild, has
And
it?
then I took the notion I was going to respray the whole car. And
Oh, yeah.
The paint reacted in the gun and it became like sandpaper. And I did not have time to respray the car before Donegal. I was like, just gonna fucking go with it. Just gonna go with it. So I did.
That happened with my
And
306.
you can rub the roof now, and you can actually, it's like rubbing sandpaper.
It's for
That happened with my 306 as well.
Yeah.
And we resprayed my 306. But I was going to cut and say, my Alteza, I don't know what's up with Japanese paint, but a lot of it's deadly soft. She would just hold dirt, hold tar. Well, like I remember it was over lockdown and I was not laid off, I was furloughed from work, and I was like deadly, and took 2 full days at the Teza just in the garage, like cleaning it down. And I was like, I had it left, man, clay bar, D-tar, do the whole thing, polish. And I like asked Connor, I don't clean shit.
Yeah, we were there last night, me and the lad, and he was clay barring and everything. Like,
oh, it makes me want to lose the will to live. I don't know how people detail
it feels
cars.
so nice now when you just rub the paint.
Oh,
It's like,
well, as soon as you've done it, like you're like, oh, this is class. I'm glad I did it. But every time you're out with a clay bar, going, I hate this. I hate
used to
my
be like that.
life. Fuck this.
intended
I
to wash
want
today,
to die. Fuck
but we
this.
didn't.
Yeah, I texted
Yeah.
him to watch today as well, and I still haven't
oh,
watched
well, I
it.
definitely have to watch it.
You don't have to watch.
Well, to be fair, I originally thought we should be landing around 1 or 2.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Yeah.
Then we went to port, and the traffic was just
Even
manic.
today.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Seriously.
cruel.
Yeah.
There's everybody's coming over the day
Yeah,
before
there's-
I
tomorrow.
literally went to the car park thinking no one's gonna be here. There was D-turbos. I'd say
A
about
line
4
of D-turbos.
A savage amount of
There was
them.
8 or 9 of them just lined up,
Yeah.
ready to go. Evo
They do know
Skylines.
ports tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Yeah,
yeah.
But if you think about it, everybody will drive there today,
Park up.
park up,
Yeah.
and then just go
Like
and
even the
stay.
crack was mighty before we were leaving. Like,
Yeah, like there was 2 young lads. To the young lads, if you do watch this, and you were telling me light her up, I wasn't doing it with the fucking Fiesta now right behind me. I mean, sat on my bumper,
They don't
and
know
2
how-
young lads, light her up, light her up.
Oh.
And I was like,
you
they
can't
don't
think.
use their height. Like,
They just see Lexus and go,
He's
they're
gonna
like,
limiter basher.
there's literally cops there.
Yeah.
To be honest, we talked about this in another time in another podcast, but see, like 14-year-olds with TikTok is like one of the biggest fucking problems with like the car scene.
Like, it's nice to get the attention.
It's nice to get
Yeah.
the attention.
But once or twice, and then after that, you're like,
It's like,
Block the rage.
Yes, correct.
yes,
Correct.
block the
See,
rage.
especially now,
Yeah.
I think it's been introduced in the south. It might be up, if it's not already up here, it'll probably happen. They can now do you for videos on
Yeah.
TikTok. So it used to be like you could just write up saying I was in Mexico.
It's used as Nicaragua.
Nicaragua, as you say. Yeah, I went over the road from Mexico to Nicaragua there, and it's, but like now they can do you for it.
Yeah,
So like,
it's like we do keep it to private property.
yes,
It's not worth it
not
on the
anymore.
road. Like I remember growing up and going with my uncle and my cousins to when the car scene in Kerry was at its height, and like nights and JR spares on the main Cork Killarney road, and like you could come in on a random Monday morning and the whole line of the Cork Killarney road would just be black. There could be 100, 200 cars there a night.
Jesus.
Like it was massive.
So see him. I was
to be fair, the V in Tipperary,
Yes.
I have never seen it not,
Not
black.
blackened. They have now tipped gravel in a pattern to make a car park that you cannot blacken it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I swear to God.
But like, is that in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, it's an unbelievable view.
It's a savage viewing spot.
See, Loch Salt's like
Like
that as well.
I worked just down the road on it in
Yeah.
Mallory.
Yeah.
So like I was in the farm up there, and we went down, and there's like a bit along the road, and you could jump into like a wee spring, and well, obviously it was 2018, so it was an unreal summer.
Yeah, that was some summer. I got
Yeah.
I got savage burns on my back that you're actually tossing here.
We get savage burns every time. Connor burns more than me, despite me being ginger.
I broke
I
I broke
burned-
the back window on the tractor about 6 weeks before hay. Went tossing for the day and I was like, gosh, my back is hot.
Well, what tractor do you have?
It was a 4630, Ford 4630 4-wheel drive.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
quite rare.
Yeah. Got her from, she came from England.
Right?
She was red. We sprayed her blue. Put her
Ah.
back Ford blue, like, and
Was she like a council tractor or that?
it must have been.
No, because if it was a council tractor, it'd be yellow.
Yeah.
Council tractors are all yellow.
Yeah.
Especially the Fords are all yellow. The Masseys are yellow too. And the Davy, or the cases are all yellow as well.
I think they've stopped it all now because any council tractors you see at the minute are just normal colours.
Normal tractors, yeah. Or else they're just subbed in.
Aye,
In
something.
Germany, I think they're still orange.
Cool.
I
Couldn't
think.
tell Luna.
Yeah. Yeah, 4630 4-wheel drive there. I have a 4610 4-wheel drive at home. as well.
4610 4-wheel drive.
So the 4-wheel drive bearings have actually seized in her, so now she's 2-wheel drive. Just took the shaft off.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah,
40s.
cannot get a 4610 front.
No, it's
Shaft.
like trying to get a 7810 2-wheel drive. They just don't.
Someone tried to tell me that a 7740 front axle would fit. I was like, I don't think so. And there was a 7740 parked on the pier in town, and I was like, nah. They said that is way too big.
Maybe
Like,
a 5640.
Maybe.
A push. I don't know. They're the same frame.
You're asking somebody that has less of a clue than you do.
Yeah, but you like 40 series.
Aye, but I don't look at the front axles of them. I just look at them in general.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
it.
I remember looking at a 7740. I was like, not a hope. I said, that yoke will be way up in its nose.
And literally be a D-turbo. Be something like she'd be like a reverse rake in the
She'd be
track.
like a county. 4 massive tyres in her.
The counties. I always looked at the counties. I was like, but how did he turn? Same as a Muirhill. You looked at it and just went, but how? And it's like a normal tractor. But I still, even now, I see a county turning. I'm like, it's just not right.
No.
Not one bit of it.
But if you look at modern day fence, the front wheel is nearly as big as the back, as long as
Yeah.
the ratios are alright.
So JCBs.
Well, that's
Literally,
true. But then they're rear
JCB.
wheels then again, fast tracks.
Then again, those fast tracks are savage.
We have been discussing this recently, and we were saying like something that we didn't, like none of us appreciated back in the day. Them like Mercedes tractors. Them
There is a fella not too far from me has one, and he has her. He actually keeps her immaculate.
It's not even flow, is it?
No.
His is a combine engine on it.
What?
It's got a combine engine on
Class.
it.
No,
Yeah.
this has the original Mercedes engine in it.
They are fucking class. The sound
They
of them.
sound
The
amazing
sound
too.
of them.
He has her chrome
Unbelievable.
piped.
His what?
There's a chrome pipe on her. Just for tractor runs.
Stuff I didn't like at the start. Like I just because they didn't look like your conventional tractor. And see now I look at one, I'm like, that is fucking class.
Well, it's like the old style fast tracks are even quite tidy looking.
Yeah,
like,
and, like,
but
used
I
to-
feel it's as you get older, you look at the stuff when you were younger and like, God, that's a
like
big dumb.
D-turbos.
Aye.
Yeah, like I hated D-turbos growing up. Now I'm like, I want a D-turbo.
To be honest, like literally the last podcast, which is going to be released tomorrow, is called She's No D Turbo. We literally talked about the XUD engine and the 306 Zara, all that, because we're going to start doing. You can do your own variant of this too, but we're going to do.
These are allowed.
We will get to that.
You stole it off our shit already.
I was wanting to see whenever that was going to come up.
That was him.
We might as well just address
Have
the
you
elephant in the room.
been tube yet?
So, actually, we'll tell that story. So, I remember first going, whenever you wrote to me then on TikTok there, or not TikTok, Instagram, I was like, right, I need to go and check out these. So, I'd seen your at TikTok originally, and it was like, I was like, all right, they're 2 Lexus boys. And then I was like, we have a podcast. And I went,
To be fair, actually, I seen it first, and then I messaged you. Some boys are messaging because he does all the messaging. I'm shade at him. He knows how to talk. But I was down at the 2 Johnnies, and at the 3 Arena for their show there Christmas time, and you, I think, had seen the following day after me, I think, or something like that. Whatever way you were.
Me and Becca were taking furniture out of her granddad's house and bringing it down, and so I was lifting the van. So she and her dad went up the road, and I followed them on the van. So I was like, oh, "What's the crack with these boys?" And stuck it on. All I hear is, "Hello, Tasty here." I was like, "Whatever you, what was it you said?"
Where have I heard that before?
I was like, "Hello, Tasty here." Fuck, why?
I can't even think
I
of the
can't
intro.
even remember.
Some of this.
Some activities.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the activities.
No, I'm gonna
Some
edit this.
modifications and activities
Activities.
discussed in this podcast will not be recorded.
Attempted or recreated.
And I was just like,
Because you sent me a message actually. That was it. And you were like,
and I was just like, and I was like, you know what? Give him the benefit of the doubt. Give him the benefit of the doubt. And then listened. I was like, actually, there's potential there. To be fair, like, and then like,
Little prick.
well, no, you shouldn't have seen the message. Well, messages from me to him. So I was watching it. Gemma, the girlfriend, was in getting ready for the 3 Arena. And then, so you said, I think they mentioned it, that, we are doing like an intro and it's very similar to Limited Slip Damages
Similar?
or whatever, right? And so I was basically
the only
listening
difference
through
was
for
don't
them.
tear up the ground when you're on the boat.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
yeah, that was
But my message to him was, these share a bastards here doing their thing. Who the fuck do they think they are?
Oh, I don't some laugh when I first heard.
we were sat in the shed to record our first episode, and with my work, I was like, we need a disclaimer
That's the same as me.
because I was like, I can't afford to lose it. I was like, Jesus,
exactly
if this
the
is
same
the
as
reason
me.
I lose it, I'm like, whoa. So I was like, we were sat there. I'd say we were a good half an hour. I was like, fuck it, I'll just use the boys and we'll make our own one up down the line.
Figure it out later.
Because then, actually, it was the day then I heard it. I actually was talking to you that same day, and that's whenever I was like, kind of like fishing around just to hear what the crack was. And then when we were chatting, I was like, actually, do you know what? Nice fella, like. And then we sort of got chatting, and then I was like, do you know what? Like, because we were talking about it anyway, and I was like, look, there's plenty of work for everybody.
Yeah, there is.
Like, you're literally the other end. Like, as I say, draw a fucking diagonal line.
Yeah.
You just couldn't get any further away.
Wouldn't even matter, sure, if you were 2 miles down the road. I'm still going to call you a wanker.
Oh, do you know what? Remind me of Happy Gilmore. Do you know, you will not make this putt, jackass.
Throw me off, Karen.
Somewhere in the screen, we will put a pin on this shed and our shed, and you'll see how far
It is some track. And then
I don't
But
think
at the
people
same time, at least there's room for as many people as want to do it.
like. There's still 2 more sides to the county, we've one in the east and one in the west if they want to start. And there would still be plenty of work.
Funnily, whenever we done the analytics or whatever was it in Spotify and YouTube,
Cork.
most of the folk down your way listen to us.
Cork and Kerry.
Yeah.
It was mainly the south. And like, see,
Yeah, I
going
swear we were looking as well, and sometimes it was more up.
More
a
up.
few up in UK as well.
see, Kane.
Scotland as well, actually.
One was Norway.
How did they understand?
Oh, yeah. We've Iceland.
Was it?
Wait, get up. Where was that one we found the last night? It was like
The Faroe Islands or something like that.
no, it was like fucking Azerbaijan or something.
We have
I were making the
Australia.
places.
We've Australia.
Because anytime but see the Australian one will be the boys from home.
The boys,
Ah,
the
Boys from
yeah.
home,
That
they're
is
right
the
there.
thing.
The boys out there in the mines with nothing else to do.
Yeah.
I've had Snapchats from a few boys just going, oh,
What
fuck.
are these?
This is a wee bit of a conversation to see how big your dick is.
But like,
Well, it's comparable to be fair.
that's one thing that I did mention
Why
in our
are you going to whip
last.
yours out?
Size does matter.
Look at his exhaustion. That's one thing I did touch in our last
Little
podcast
prick.
was. I hope that was picked up. All the boys in Australia who have put cars into the shed and that aren't out anymore. Like I know there is a lad over there who has an R chassis, C35 Laurel, and he can't get it home. Because the VRT in the south,
It's fucking disgusting.
yes,
That's
I
like
think
a,
it's north of 25,000 is what he was quoted to bring it in. That's not including getting it from fucking Australia to
out
here.
of curiosity, can you possibly get around with that with having a very nice friend in the north?
No,
So, a C35 Laurel.
but see,
We've done editing Nathan's now, eh?
the problem is, if it was an S chassis, it would be fine. It's an R chassis. Is the problem?
So what makes it...
I look at the VRT like a lottery.
Yeah.
They literally spin and go, I'm going to give him that. Like, my grandfather brought in a Jeep from England. Mark. 3 litre diesel. I told him VRT was going to be quite expensive.
Yes.
Poor man nearly fainted when he got the bill. It was 18,000.
How much?
What? 18,000.
I've heard of boys getting charged north of 22 for RX-7s.
Yeah.
People are saying it's literally easier just to pay the fine.
Yeah, it is cheaper to pay the fine.
Most of the fine.
probably €500.
You might lose the car and get her back, like whatever it is, get her out of the pound.
And then after that, can you VRT her?
No, you have to VRT her after that. I don't think you can get her back without VRTing them now.
See, like,
I'm not sure about that if they seize them
So
on.
if you buy a new car, is your finance essentially the price of the car and VRT?
And
Not in the
VRT.
south if you buy it as a Southern Ridge car, but buying
Yeah.
a car in the south is just fucking disgusting. Drift Games did this, like, see in America, like, you'll see this now when you're out. Like, I was there 2 years ago, done a lot of work out there, and like, there's fucking like 19-year-olds driving about in Mustangs.
yeah, like, come on. What?
It's-
Because they're cheap as fucking chips, and they're everywhere.
Their fuel
Everywhere.
is cheap as well.
And they're
Fuel
just dirt
per
cheap.
gallon.
Like, they're literally like similar price per gallon what we are per litre. Like, it is.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
But even like if you take Australia, insurance. I don't know what insurance is like here, but in the south it's crazy.
See, this year, insurance for us has just went through the roof.
Yeah.
It's insane at the minute. Now, thankfully with Sarah, whatever way the Sarah works, because she's like hyper modified, I've managed to actually have a really low insurance. Like my insurance is like £350 for the Sierra. Yeah.
My Type R is only 320, but my Type R is half the price of the Golf.
Do you think that's high?
My Bora's went up to like nearly £800.
Oh,
I'd love to be paying £800.
Oh,
my Golf is £725.
The Bora, whenever I was 21, driving my old Bora, which was also a 130, same engine and everything, £547. Now it's 800, and I'm 30 with no claims and no points. And at that stage, I had points.
I'm 22 and I'm paying £1,200.
Jesus.
€1,200.
What are you paying?
600.
You're 3 years older than me.
You've hit 25, haven't you?
Yeah, you've hit 25, you see.
But that was 600 last year.
I think like they say to you like
It doesn't make sense.
No,
Because she, the girl from like the Lexus, she was a learner. I went, you know what, for the shits and giggles, I'll send the boys email saying how much to insure her as a learner, thinking it was going to be like $2,000. Turned out to be €300. I was like, yeah, phoned them straight away, put her on. Now, €300 for a Lexus.
And then they won't quote me to put my girlfriend on the car.
Like, and actually, when she got the full license, I got €50 back. Huh? How does that make sense?
Well, do they be stickler for the mods?
They are checking now.
Yeah.
They do have it on the app on the side of the road now.
Yeah. For the time that I was working down in Waterford, now I was granted in my Polo, and she was as low as I could go in coilovers, so no helpers, no adjusters in the back, cut bump stops. She was sitting as low as I could go basically, and I took the customs in the main Capaquin to Lismore Road. I was like, oh, I'm going to be shafted. I didn't know what to think. Actually, I was like, how can I be shafted? I don't know.
They seen the northern plate spot and just
But
went,
they just went, oh, are you down here long? And I was like, well, I'm working here, but I'm going home every fortnight or so. Oh, you're grand then. But see, if you're moving down here, then you'll have to VRT here after 6 months.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
That's gone to a month now.
Fuckers.
they are robbing bastards.
If you bring a car in, you have 30 days to VRT here.
The worst thing is, one of the lads in work, he was telling me about his one. He had to VRT it as well, but when he actually went in, there was 2 complaints put in about his car, and he actually found out who it was. Like, but he was like, do you know why put in just being like, oh, he's an English car.
He hasn't VRT'd it
like.
See, up here, people wouldn't do that. People wouldn't tie on you like that. Up here.
See, below is
Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, if you take a piss in the wrong corner, every time Dick and Harry knows.
Well, they know that too. They just won't say. They'll talk about it to each other. But
No.
It'll be put out there.
You could take about 5 minutes, and everyone knows.
We have a saying at home, like, if you don't know what you're doing, ask the fucker next to you. He'll tell you.
No, like, to be fair, around here, like, I think up north here, like, if you were to, I don't know, everybody's a nosy bastard, but like, if people were asking questions, you'd just go, no, I don't know.
Oh yeah,
you wouldn't
depending
say.
on we'd say no for what we did above in the yard.
No,
you wouldn't fucking open your mouth, like, do you know.
Yes.
Jesus, I don't know. Wasn't me, like.
But would you get in trouble for that in the south?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
For wrecking in someone's yard?
The guards have landed to the yard on us before yet.
Private property.
Yeah, noise complaint.
Yeah, nice.
Now
get
People
fucked.
complain.
My white one was pig ignorant loud. Like, you think his is loud? Mine was. She was straight from the manifold, 2.5 inch the whole way back. Like.
Ooh, that is loud.
Yeah.
How was yours louder? Mine's 3
Lad,
inch all the way
I
there.
started mine the last day. The windows of the house were shaking. I mean, physically shaking. So I have to turn this thing off. Don't I break another window?
I thought mine was loud, and it was loud, but now I had the old turbo on it. Like, it was a 3 inch. It's a 3 inch straight through to the rear, like, and I mean, it is a straight pipe. It comes in the it comes off the downpipe and just follows the prop shaft.
We literally, me and the lads were just as straight as we could get it, and literally just curved under the subframe and
That's
straight
exactly,
into the box.
like, so mine,
and that was it. Like, there's no curves. It's a straight
mine
pipe as they
literally
come there,
follows the prop shaft. And then I thought mine was loud, and then John Angrath, good friend of me and Connor's, has a chaser, 4 inch, straight through.
Very loud.
Island beside my car, I can't hear my car. My car was loud enough at the time. Like, I remember we were coming, it was Donegal Rally 2022, and I remember coming through Ramelton, and we drove through this wee town.
Good spot.
And there was this woman on the side of the road, like, as I was driving by, glaring at me with her fingers in her ears. And I was like, is my car really that loud? Like, and back I was like, yeah.
That's like me with my headlights. My dims. I've had lorries flash me. I mean, light bars, beacons, the whole lot on to get me to turn off my lights.
It's like, those aren't my real lights. These are my real lights.
Yeah.
Just blind them.
What I've done is leave the fogs on, just flick off the stock. Just flick them off. Drive in the fogs.
Seriously?
To see... I've stopped Arctics on the road. They have just stood on the brakes because they're like, where the fuck is he gone? And I just sail past them. Oh, shit. Sail past them. Turn on the lights again. Yeah. They are that bright. I must fix an earth. And I let you stand in front of it. Once I have the 2 dims going, I don't drive with my fulls. My dims is all I drive with.
Is that not kind of dangerous for other people?
No.
Off camera, we've just heard it, yes.
I can see.
I have candles.
Yeah, oh my god, the Bora. How bad is the Bora?
Well, the Civic's not much better.
My mother had a Bora before, 1.9 Bora. Yeah,
Dire.
it was brutal.
Like, the Boras are known for having bad headlights, and mine is shocking to the point where my missus was like, I actually get worried about you driving your car over the winter. Every winter I'm like, is this going to be the time like I finally...
You did point?
Yeah. It literally, you meet someone, you see a night where it's like mizzling rain, not proper rain like that.
Yeah.
Misty rain that sticks to the
misty
windscreen.
rain. And you come round, I'm the one that sticks to the windscreen, like, and someone's coming around a corner with full beams. It's just like,
Shit.
point and shoot. It's
Yeah.
like, just
Yeah.
aim for...
There was a gap there before the lights
Yeah.
came. I'm going to hope for it. Yeah.
Just aim for close to where
that was
he's
like
at.
my old Lexus was like that. Like, I used to have to drive behind him. There was one night, remember the night I turned off my lights and you turned on your fulls and I could see better with his fulls glaring behind me than my own lights on the road ahead of me. That's how bad they were.
Jesus.
That's how good my lights were.
That's how good his lights are.
I remember the worst light incident, thing that ever happened to me was one night I was coming back from his house in the Fiat in the 110, and I was coming out the road, and the next thing my lights stopped completely.
Oh, no.
The only way I could see was the beacons, and then the next thing a big Audi Jeep pulled up behind me. They just happened to be behind me for long enough that I was able to see, and then as soon as they got past, there was another car. Swear, it was like, it wasn't pitch black, it was like 10 o'clock at night in like the middle of like May, so it wasn't
Dark, but it wasn't bright.
yeah,
Twilight.
you know, so you could just about see, like, it wasn't pitch black, but I remember
And I
just being
hate
like,
driving at that time.
that's the
Yeah,
worst
it's
time.
the
Your
worst.
headlights aren't really...
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
great. And
They're not
just-
working and they're not helping you.
Well, actually, like, you noticed, I don't know if you've noticed that, but whenever we started recording, it was twilight. The
Yeah.
shed in here recording is actually better at full night time. The
Yeah.
lights work better because whatever way it is with the lights, and then, like, not there's any skylights in here really, but, well, they are, but they're fiberglass to fuck and they're bad, like, but you can still get that bit of natural light. It throws the lighting off, so it's easier to record in here under the
To
artificial
be
light at
fair,
night time.
our studio, well, our
You've
corner,
great lights.
They're the bay lights. They're the long 5-foot
Oh,
bay
yeah.
lights.
Uh-huh.
That's what they are.
See, I talked about doing that originally, but they were cheap.
Yeah, true. Well,
Yeah, I want to try in more lights anyway when I'm working, because I have this one from Melody, but it's the best thing
You
ever.
can never have enough lights.
No, you can
Yeah.
never have
There
enough
was a
lights, and
boy-
I don't have enough lights.
One of the lads at home where I actually did the white car, good friends with him, he does detailing and stuff, and he put in a scissors lift,
Mm-hmm.
but he made it 6 inches bigger.
Right?
And on each side of the scissors lift, there is 2 5-foot lights on the ground shining up underneath the car.
That's some job.
But
That's class.
there's no shadow because he has lights on either side. There is no shadow.
That's unreal. That's actually class.
It is.
I might do that. For
It's a genius idea.
See the
I might
shed
do it.
down there that we were showing you earlier on, or we'll make it or whatever. He had no lights in
Had
that
2
for
lights.
like 2 years.
And they were literally,
so
it
his
was,
phone is fucked nearly because he's using it as
Use
his
your
own.
phone.
And he
Yeah.
has a head torch, he says.
Well,
somewhere.
you see, I
Somewhere.
don't have a lift. You have a lift. You have a lift.
I don't
I have
Sierra-
no lift.
I don't have a lift, but I do have a lift, but I done the Sierra all on the ground there because the
Yeah.
P100's lying on the lift.
I-
The P100 has been touched in like 2 months.
Yeah, a lift is my next.
Lift is the best thing you'll
It
ever
is.
buy.
It makes life
To be
so
fair, yeah.
much
Like,
easier.
you will. The reason you don't have a lift is because you don't do anything.
Mm,
You can
Maybe
do a lift
someday.
around the farm, though.
well, it's more so like.
Connor does not.
But I didn't say I would be doing it.
It's like he can get people to come and do stuff.
Exactly.
To be fair, a lot of people.
As I've said before, I do not get dirty or wet or cold unless I want to.
And you were fairly cold earlier.
I was, and I didn't mind.
My I like my lift was cheap, like dead cheap, and it worked out like for the first year it worked out like £20 a week. So I paid like £900, not even £20 a week, and I was like, if someone said like it's going to cost you £20 a week for a lift, would you take it? And I was like, I'll go, yeah. And I was like, well, that's how much my lift was standing me. And I was like, this is deadly. So went and got like the concrete, dug up the floor, put like 14 inches of concrete in.
14?
Yeah.
Of semi-dry, and then I was like, "Did you not wet it?" And they was like, "No, you meant to wet it." And I was like,
Well, I was told you don't wet it too much, but we put it in too dry.
Did they bring it out semi-dry?
I know he went and got a meter or so of semi-dry.
Left it
and
in
he
the
just put it in semi-dry. And I was like, why did you do that?
In fairness, I was going to wet it, and my uncle was like, no, don't put too much water in. And I was like, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to put water. He goes, no. I like my uncle's like what 65 or something, and the man like has done labouring and all that there. And I was like, right, okay, I'm not gonna say over him because he knows what he's doing and I don't clearly. And then I was set wrong a mate, and he's like, well, how wet was he put? And I goes, we threw it pretty much in. He goes, the fuck do you mean threw it pretty much in? I was like, oh, my uncle was like, just throw it in. And I was like, and he's like, yeah, you need to wet it. And I was like, yeah, that's why I'm standing here with a hose.
Because I think I raved whenever you just had put the 2 squares in, and I was like, did you not wet that? And you were like, am I meant to? And I was like, well, I have never put in semi-dry without wetting it.
Yeah.
Like you get semi-dry because it's workable, and then you wet it.
Yeah. But the thing is, if you put it too wet, it
I bet you know
makes
concrete
it
when it's too wet, so like you could just tamper it and leave a nice smooth finish.
I put a wee latex over the top of it in the end. Deadly job. Far better job. The only thing is, had to taper it in because my shed drops. So I had to build one side higher than the other. So I had to run a spurt level across it and like build it up and shut it.
Mine was the same.
Hang on. Okay. When you dug out for your lift, what do you use?
Kangoo?
My man, that's my job.
Did you dig out 2 squares for
We
each,
had-
or did you go the whole length of the...
2 squares.
No, 2 squares.
Yeah.
I just went the whole length.
Harry here decided he would do the whole thing 2 meters by 3.5 meters at 8 inches.
No.
8 inches.
We were going for 10.
Yeah, we were going for 10, and I said, fuck this at 8.
No, we got 8. We got 8 on one side.
He
and we got
arrived
9 on
with
the
2
other.
Kangos and shovels. I was pulling up the concrete with a bale spike.
To be fair, like
And it was a new one.
We when we done mine, it was Connor Kelly and Adrian, and Connor landed out one night, and Connor had a still saw, concrete saw, and theirs had like a hose and a like thing plugged
I've
on
never
it.
seen this before.
It was a deadly job. It had like a hose adapter.
Yeah,
So basically
yeah.
It wets it because like originally we tried it without, and the Cavalier just got absolutely layered, and I was like, I don't like that. And like I mean, I think I still have banner like some couple of pictures down the other shed that's still just layered in concrete.
Yeah,
The
when
one
we were
like-
cutting her up, we just...
The one we had, we just had fucking 25 litre buckets of water.
Yeah, we
just running behind the saw, throwing it down on the ground.
Well, we done that, and then we done the Kangos, and we were like, it actually came out really easy, like too easily. And then whenever we dug the whole thing up, there was actually like founds of an old shed below that. So clearly what had happened is Dad at one point had just like
Leveled the shed
tumbled an old shed and just went, fuck, bullet on top.
Because to be fair, but see with farm sheds,
A lot, that's a lot.
I would say like there's 2 inches of concrete in places and a fuckload of stone below it.
Yeah.
That was the way that one was.
Yeah.
So we literally, there was 3 inches of concrete on one side, and it got as far as 6 on the other side, and then there's just this big gap, and then below it just looked like another building. And I just seen the founds, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna cover this whole thing up, because the last thing I wanted was for like, and that was the other reason why I didn't want to put it in so wet, because I was scared of it actually running away.
Yeah.
That's why we stopped the date, because we hit water.
Yeah, there was springs underneath his lift.
Yeah.
Oh,
I divined it, and there was like...
Can you divine as well?
Yeah, I can
divine. Yeah, I can divine.
I was walking around the shed, and they were just crossing. I was like,
Yeah,
this
I
whole
can do
shed
it.
is
the
built
one
on
thing I
springs.
found out in the last hour is you 2 guys are 2 peas in the pod.
Aye, well,
So yeah,
Me and Nathan have said fuck off.
Literally like the
two
same
are-
person.
I
They
did-
had the wrong conversation. We're going to fuck off.
I divined the shed, and there was like, was it 7 or 8 springs in it?
Ah, yeah.
And 6 of them were under the lift.
Yeah.
Oh, class.
But I went, it's grand, we keep digging. I was talking to the uncle, he goes, yeah, that's why there's loads of pipes around the place to take the water away. I was like, oh.
There's like 4-inch sewer pipes.
Yeah. Didn't realise, we're looking at it, no notice them.
Light bulb.
Yeah, literally. I was
Or
talking,
like we were cutting it with the saw, and his uncle goes, there's a 4-inch sewer pipe there, about 4 inches under the concrete, and put the Kango down, and there was the 4-inch sewer pipe in it.
so what way did you like put in new pipes below, or no?
No, the pipes are there, perfect. It's
We just dug around them.
yeah. So
Fleek it and
no,
put the kangaroo through it.
tells loads of jobs.
So your shed. So I didn't know whether you pair rented a shed together or.
I know it's the uncle's because he does nothing with the shed, so I took it.
Fair.
I just went, look, I'm moving all this into the other shed, and I'm taking this. Like I had a different shed that's literally 10 seconds away, but it was so small he couldn't put a lift in.
Yeah,
And
the roof.
He had built a brand new shed, and he was doing nothing with it. After a year, this was probably, and I just went, yeah, that's it.
Forklift and sandblaster were in there.
Yeah, that was all. That was it. Oh, and the crawler.
Oh, and
that
the
was
crawler.
all. That was inside there. 3 things, and it was just dusty and dirty.
This was originally supposed to be a lift. The shed I was going to put the lift on, but driving in there's a fucking curse, and I didn't want to pay for concrete there to get stuff in. So I ended up just because down there is where the machinery was, and then one winter I was like, I'll pull the tractor and all up into the big hay shed, which is where I originally was, and pulled everything down in there. And I was like, oh, I would like to do that, but then I sound like a twat saying this, but I had too many cars. So here wouldn't have been enough. Like, well,
Yeah.
it would have been, but I would have had no room.
Thing is, you can never have too many cars.
Yeah, well, like to see like one of the cars, for instance, in there is like she's on a spit, and then like I had pallet racking and all, and I was like, oh, this shed's just going to be a bit too wee. Even though, to be honest, like there'd be boys around the country crying out for a shed like this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we're going to paint this whole place and turn it into a studio at some point, is our plan, and park like anything that's half decent in here. That's hence why there's a mighty AS300 lying down at the back.
To be fair,
We'll just take the engine there later.
yeah.
I was actually just that actually brings me on. Whenever I was saying about how you pair with renting the shed, so you pair like you aren't so
we live nowhere near each other.
aye like this is because I just couldn't get my head around this. So me and Connor and me have been best friends for like 10 years, and like just naturally this kind of happened. But you pair like you met Donegal last year.
Yeah,
well,
two
this didn't
dwarfs
just
together.
kind of happened.
Well, this didn't just
See what
kind of happen. But it did kind of happen because I plunked
You-
the microphone in front of you and
well-
told you
Talking to that.
more or less held a gun to your head and went,
If
come on.
Santa's thing hadn't have fucked up,
Yeah.
basically, and I said I'd give it a go, and I arrived just to give it a go. No, we're fucking doing it.
No, here you are.
That
No,
was
we're fucking
episode
doing
one.
it.
Yeah.
I actually originally bought I wanted, so Connor Kelly, good friend of ours, he said, oh, there's a Midland CB app you can get your phone, and I was like, oh, deadly. It turns out you can get like a Bluetooth CB speaker thing, and I was like, this is class. So I got the missus to get me one for Christmas, and I was like, oh, this will be great. And I was kind of toying with the idea of buying a podcast setup, and then the next thing, the Bluetooth thing just didn't work, and it was the biggest waste of money. So she returned it, and I was like, she was like, well, what do you want instead? I goes, fuck it, get me the podcast stuff. So that's actually the old, which is like lying over there somewhere. It's the old.
That's
and
what we stole, is it?
there was, well, I think I told you to use the
Yeah.
the pod track.
Yeah.
So the old one, like it was an Amuse or something. It was only took 2 mics. So it was like, get that. The whole thing come up to like £105. I was like, right, okay. If it doesn't work out, it's a present. So not the end of the world. And that's where we started. But that's a tangent. I want to know about how you first started.
Lanzarote.
No.
What?
Donegal.
Well, yeah.
Donegal. Let's go back to Donegal.
Yeah. so
Donegal.
Donegal-
We met outside Tralee.
Yeah, we met outside Tralee.
Just by
but
chance.
just
Because
before
I
Donegal.
knew one of the
I
lads.
met my cousins in Kinmare.
Where's Kinmare?
Kinmare's
Like,
20-30 minutes from Killarney, more south.
yeah.
It's near
Close
Mal's Gap, like.
Up the
I don't know where Moss Gap
No,
is. I know it's in
jeez.
Kerry.
We'll have to bring you on a tour.
100%. I'd love that in the Healy Pass. I was about to
Yeah.
say the Healy Ray Pass. Yeah, come here now.
So I met with them in Kinmare, and when we left Kinmare, they were like, or we met another one of the cousins in Killarney because he was dropping the RAV to get tinted. Yeah,
Mint.
yeah. So he drives a RAV daily, and he's a nice one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Deadly.
And so we met him in Killarney, and when we were leaving, he goes to one of the lads, are we meeting Harry over in Tralee?
Harry's your nickname.
No, it's just
So I drove over thinking we were meeting Harry,
Oh,
until we got to Ballantyne,
Where's that?
Sligo.
Oh,
okay.
I then discovered his name was Nathan,
How the fuck did you get Harry?
that's all.
because the boys had said, oh, we're meeting Harry over, so a thing done our way is, hi, Harry, come here.
we would say Patsy.
Yeah.
Or
so
Francie.
we'd
Well-
say Harry.
Ah, right, yes. Yes.
So, here, Harry, come on. So he said, are we meeting Harry over? And obviously when they said Harry, they meant, let you go here.
McGinty.
And we were coming up Limerick, Yeah, it was Limerick. We came out of a dare, hit the motorway, and we were absolutely driving the speed limit.
I was just about to say.
And this
There was
man
no speed
goes
limit.
to the Hammer Lane, and there was an Arctic ahead of me. The other 6 lads veered off up the slip. Harry here was hammering it outside the Arctic, and I had gone up the slip. He ended up in front of me.
Legend.
Across the hard shoulder, up the grass, up the gravel,
I
and
don't,
up the slip road.
You're a fucking gobshite.
I don't know, was it the grass?
Well, it was gravel, definitely.
It was gravel,
That was
definitely.
where the road came
Do you
like
know that
turns to like the
green
white.
bollard?
Yeah,
Yeah,
The white,
Jesus
the white
See,
hatchins.
what I do is I normally get close to things like the wall outside there and things. Yeah.
Just living life in
You
the
like
edge.
to dance with death.
No, Dancing with Death was coming into Ballantyne and me in the truck.
Oh, yeah.
You think
Yeah.
that was bad? I didn't
Is
know
this,
where I was
is this the
going.
same journey then?
Same journey.
Okay, right.
This journey was some
Oh,
crack.
this was some crack.
Sounds like a journey, alright.
Yeah.
So it was
Man,
good crack.
glad to
There
be
was,
through the
Start
fucking
of
roof.
good-
there was 8 lads like.
Oh,
There was 8 cars. Like, it was a convoy.
Yeah.
It was class.
Sure, then we met
10-4 over.
Yeah.
And we were coming into Sligo, but I didn't know where I was going.
You'd never been up this far
I'd
north
never
before.
been that far driving, and
Was
there
that the one where the
a
guard
truck
was?
wasn't letting us. No, that was in Sligo town. We're near the
Oh,
rail.
That's another one.
There was a truck wasn't letting us past because it was a convoy of lads, and he was keeping over,
Just being a dick.
just being a dick, like not letting us past.
Yeah.
And I said, "Fuck this!" I went up the inside and drew him over, and all the lads overtook. I undertook the lads in the slow lane and drew him over, and the lads overtook him. And then I overtook him.
How do you take that?
It went from 2 lanes to 1. Yeah. So I was still in the opposite lane. No car coming. Yeah, and then the car came. As I squeezed in between the truck. Yeah. And got into the shop, and the lads were like, "Are you still with us?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "There was a gap. Don't worry." Everything was under control. Niamh was beside me, and I could just see the whites of her knuckles coming up, and I was like, "Come on, you'll make it." I had to tuck in my shoulders.
That talking always works. Like,
It's like a boost. It's just like, yep, we're going fast now.
yeah.
It's like, make myself smaller, I'll fit. Yeah. You know what? And that was perfect. Yeah, so then Donegal then was just
Mayhem.
best crack ever.
And this was this year.
Yeah, this
No, yes.
last
what I was
last
gonna
year.
say.
So I had the tasty plate in my car,
Right.
and he had the gobshite one in his car.
Is that the video where you're holding a tasty plate out the window or
In
something, and then
Applegreen, yeah.
you're holding, and then there's a gobshite plate there in your car, someone's holding it out or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how that started was, remember the traffic on the Saturday night
Yes.
was
Yes.
absolutely
So
cruel.
we
Oh,
had
like I went home
chairs.
to fuck
We-
at 10:30. I
Where
give
were
up.
you at out of curiosity? Because
Outside Diddle.
Oh,
Your
okay.
you were over there.
Oh,
Oh,
right,
okay.
I never
We
would drive
parked
over there.
at
We always go to
the-
Applegreen.
We parked at the car wash,
Yeah.
and left our cars there. We backed up onto that
Oh,
footpath.
yes. We done that like 2018. That's where we spent the time, but we always go to Applegreen now.
But we went to the. We were sick of watching lads trying to get out of McDonald's with that speed ramp.
Yeah.
So we said, "Fuck it, we'll go over here," because people were coming down the straight at a bit of speed, and there was lads anti-lagging and stuff. So we went over, and I said, "Sure, why don't we start rating cars?" Because I know, did you see it? There was a P100 with the Dukes of Hazzard livery on it, and there was 2 lads sat in the back with camping chairs, but they had 0 to 10 on scorecards outside McDonald's.
Oh, yeah.
So when everyone was pulling out, you would have to stop, and you couldn't go till they judged you. So they had a judging panel. So I said, "Fuck it, we'll do that." Anyone gobshite would get a gobshite plate, and anyone with something nice would get the tasty plate. So that's
That's class.
That's
It was good.
That's
It
how
was
it
good
started.
crack. Like.
That's actually
Yeah.
class.
Yeah.
That just
Like we-
worked. That just
yeah.
works so well.
Like we even had the guards come past, and
Oh,
I
the
was
guards
like,
came past.
I was like, right, gobshite has to go on. And then like he threw up the tasty. We were like, go on, turn on the lights.
They flashed the lights and everything. Like, so
Yeah.
the crack was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
The Whistling Donkeys actually got tasty as well. We met them on the Port Road. Then on the Sunday, they were going into Pulse. And next thing I saw the van, I was like, "Oh, it's Whistling Donkeys." Put up the thing, got the big flash of the lights and a beep off them and all.
Class.
Class.
So yeah, and then On the way home, they had booked a holiday to Lanzarote
Oh yeah, with other two.
with another two, and we were in Bundoran where we got attacked by a seagull.
How they'll do that?
We climbed up to the top of a rock, by the point. We walked way out to the point.
You say like out beside the hotel, that big Atlantic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And climbed up to the top of the rock to see what it was like. And I could see the seagull was there. And I goes, this fella, is she sitting down? He goes, yeah. And he was stood up on top. And he got up and I went, oh, she's clutching. There was eggs under her. She went nuts. I mean, swooping down for us.
The reason she done that is because I was like, 1 second. He got clapped under her. Go out of the way.
So we were, running and jumping down off that height
Oh,
to try
she
and get up.
was
And but
like-
even when we got to the lower level, she was coming for us. I was like, we have to get the fuck out of here.
It was very funny.
It was very funny. And
Careful.
You were attacked by a seagull.
yeah.
Oh, it was brilliant.
So we were walking across the beach, and he goes, "Do you want to come to Lanzarote with us?" And,
No, the fella 3 days.
yeah, knew me 3 days, and I was like, "Fuck it, sure, why not?" So I went to Lanzarote for 10 days. First car we saw coming out of the airport, a green IS 200.
Yeah.
The bus, the taxi nearly stopped
Yeah.
shouting.
Before that though, we went to the.
What's wrong?
She just died.
Is the charger in? Oh, that's awkward. No battery. Oh, the charger actually wasn't into it.
Yep. Well, it just shows you how long she can go for.
Once again, technical difficulties.
That's definitely us, isn't it?
You'll just hear
we in now?
an hour and a half or something.
We still have a long way to go.
You're not joking.
Back at it. Where were we? Before the holiday.
Yeah.
It was. We went to Cork Car Meet, the one down. What was it?
Oh,
The-
car scene.
No, the one down the harbour.
Oh, we went to
The harbour.
Park in the Quay.
Yeah.
So it's like down by the Marina Market. Cork Car Scene organised it. Just park up, go into the Marina Market. No, there was some serious stuff at it.
There probably would be. There's a massive car scene in Cork.
And
Yeah.
when we were driving in the gate,
All you could hear.
there was 3 lads in M3s parked up right at the start.
What type?
They were E46s.
Nice.
And one of them goes, "Oh, Jesus, I wonder, are they the boys from Donegal?" With the plates, because the plates were on the dash.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I looked out the window and went, "We are." And then by the time I got to park, I was like, "Fuck, they recognise that. We could start something of this."
I think
And-
then we said it when we were on holiday.
Then when we were on holidays, we actually set up the whole page and everything. We said, "Fuck it, we'll try this
1
for
second
crack."
there, sorry.
The screen's gone off again.
It's okay, the red light is still flashing, it's recording.
Sorry.
Just to make sure.
Yeah,
That's fine.
it's still recording.
No, just in case.
Yeah, no. It happened to us the first day we went vlogging with it, the screen went black. And I was like, "Ah, shit." But then I just turned the camera on and I'm like, "Oh no, it's recording."
No, do you remember the time we were recording in that shot of Seb's old laptop?
Yeah.
Thankfully, I really lost, like, because you caught it pretty quick. This is back, and we're actually fucked now. It used to be in the old setup. We ran with like the thing was in front of us, so we could see.
Yeah.
We just, but like now, if one of us isn't looking behind, it's oh fuck.
Just get it on a small telly and HDMI lead it over.
That's not a bad idea.
Effort.
And then it's there in front of you that you can see it.
That's not a bad idea.
That's
Because
not a bad idea.
when we put up the new studio, there is a telly going into it.
It is a good idea. We are going to partition this
Yeah.
and all off to get it for heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Tell me
literally
about
said, we literally said that our studio, it's going to be smaller than this,
Insulation.
but it's going to be packed with insulation.
We were originally wanting to I was originally wanting to record in the. We'll keep this.
Yeah.
I was originally wanting to record in the milking parlour.
The dairy part of it, yeah.
The old milk tank, and that was the idea. We were going to call the shed, the studio, the milk tank. But then Mum was like, "No, Michael, you're literally right beside the cattle. If you take a guest in there, you'll fucking suffocate them." And I was like, "Probably
Yeah,
not."
true.
But okay.
Yeah.
So
It's different when you're used to it. If you're not used to it, it's...
so
Yeah, it's
to be
different.
fair,
Do you
most
know?
of our guests are pretty rugged. Like even Taylor Garden, she's a farm girl as well. Like so,
Aye, she's a mechanic.
Yeah,
so
no, it's...
for anyone around here, but I suppose it was like down the line, if you ever maybe got the likes of, say, Dave Egan or something to come
Yeah.
up randomly, like,
Come in here to the parlour.
it's like, sure, how
Don't
long?
mind that call.
Sure, yeah, how long? Open the door of the parlour. It's just like, in there. You just look at, all right, yep.
Go in past her there, she might bite.
So in Lanzarote then,
So we were in Lanzarote and
We said, right.
we were at home just... Was it the night?
No, we were still in...
No, was it the night that we were on the balcony? While we were sat on the balcony, it kind of clicked that
We could try something.
why don't we try something? And our attitude was, fuck it, we'll try it. If people laugh at us, they're leaving someone else alone. And if it fails, we tried. What about it?
yeah.
The cow broke
I
out there.
think there's a cow out.
Might just take that one.
Are we in like take 10 now?
Huh?
We must be in take 10.
Yeah, I'm the only one that hasn't got up and left.
You did.
I didn't.
We got up anyway.
I didn't. I didn't even get up to get you your drink. I leaned over.
Do you know what? Well,
I took the phone calls.
Lean another one there.
That's a bike.
BM, M3.
No, that was way too fast to be a car. No, that was a
Yeah, I think it was a bike.
that was way too fast to be a car.
That change of gear.
Like on the motorway today.
Lad!
We met a motorbike on the I'd say he must have been test driving her.
Fuck me, but I was
swerving.
literally... No. But you saw that. My cunt came up. There was a car on the outside, mate. I was here.
Oh, I saw
and
this.
he went straight in between us. I went, whoa!
And wasn't going
Oh.
handy, like he was
Flat. I had seen him and I went...
ton 30 plus, like
I barely got a chance
Yeah.
to just slightly move left and he went...
I looked in my mirror and he was a blip. When I looked at the road, he was past me. He'd gone past me.
Yeah, that was the thing. Then he
They
slowed
scare
down.
the shit out of you two.
Yeah, the
like-
sound off him.
Don't get me wrong, I like to look at a bike.
Yes.
I'd kill myself on that.
I like to ride a bike. I've ridden a few bikes. It is like going fast in a car is one thing.
Going fast on a bike is a rush.
Going fast in a bike is where you scare the shit out of yourself.
Yes.
One of the lads in Mark Barry who fucking...
My uncle pulled a wheelie and I was on the back. I was not on the back when he landed the front wheel.
Fuck that.
Yeah, oh, I was destroyed.
Well,
Go out.
we're still going.
I think we're going to the counter and how many times that doors open and close in this podcast. Fucking my breath. No, don't know what it was. But,
No cows, we're out.
okay, fuck.
Just to be Michael, he had to go there and check that there were no cows out. And
We're back to Lanzarote.
as Michael would say, Dion is the only one that hasn't fucked up yet.
Yeah. I haven't got up yet. I'm the only
Alright,
one that
no.
hasn't got up. Yeah.
And
So-
everybody else says Dion.
Dial. Dial.
So yeah, we decided to give it a go, and we said we'd give the TikTok a go
Yeah,
first.
we started making TikTok.
Aye, because that's what I had noticed is your TikTok
we
had
had
a
always,
lot
the
more
TikTok
content.
was there first, and
We do a lot of stupid stuff.
I had always kind of said I would love to do a podcast. Didn't know what it was about, or didn't know how to do it. Didn't know what to do it on,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to do it on my own.
Aye,
And
100%.
I had always
Yeah.
said that I'd call it shed talk. That just sit in the shed or room and chat about stuff you've built.
Was one of our early thoughts shed talks or something?
No.
No?
Well, the differences.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. And I broached the subject with him. I still don't know what your initial reaction was. You were game for it straight away, but
Yeah.
like, if you haven't got, he's as easygoing as could be.
He's him.
Yeah.
He's
So we
I'll come off later.
It's okay, I got the 4-poster bed in the B&B. Fucking thing is 3 foot off the ground, I have to climb into it. Yeah, and said it to a few people close to me. One person who is quite affluent on TikTok at the moment.
I know exactly who you're on about.
And him and my cousin.
I don't. I can't.
You do.
I'm very bad. If you ever.
When I said it to him and my cousin was like, "Give it a go."
Yeah.
She said, "What's the worst thing that could happen?"
Oh yeah.
Give it a go. So we started.
Light bulb.
Light bulb. As we have said, the first 4 episodes without the mics were dog shit,
Yeah.
and
It's a learning period.
Yeah.
it is like
The initiative was
Out
there.
of curiosity, right? Well, obviously you used you,
let's just address the elephant.
but had you listened to us before? Or
Yes, I had.
Okay.
How did you come across us? Let's boost the ego a wee bit here. Tell me all.
So a lad I work with, he's a navigator.
Right?
He's a big podcast man. I
Okay.
mean, history podcast, engineering podcast, rally podcasts, and I suppose my phone had picked up from being in the van with him
Yes.
as to what it was listening to.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no point saying any different because about 2 weeks from sitting in the van with him Monday to Friday, all his podcasts were my suggested podcasts.
That.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty- Yeah.
And the Two Johnnies will be a big podcast of mine.
Yeah.
Same.
Same.
And then year 1 came up as a recommended on Spotify.
What month was this?
This was episode 2.
Oh.
Fuck, right?
Yes,
The art it felt.
yes. Episode 2. So I said, fuck it, I'll start at episode 1. I don't have that far to go back. It's not like the Two Johnnies for anyone that's getting into them now.
I'm trying to do that. Well,
I
I
only-
tried
I only started in
after the
232.
GA Catfish. I
GA
went from episode
Catfish.
1 and got
That
the
really
60.
shot them to fame.
Oh, that brought
Yeah.
them from like mid tier to.
But
And believe it or not, I know of 3 people personally that were catfished. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
She's from County Down.
Yeah.
She's from up here.
I know of 3 personally.
by this person.
Yes.
Yeah.
By this very person, and
I don't know what's going on.
it was in it was in a dressing room. They discovered it. The 3 of them.
That's
They were in the
fucking
same dressing
nuts. How someone has that time in their hands, I just don't know.
So you started out.
I
Say,
started from the start, basically. So you were 2 episodes in, and I had
So that would have been February last year.
yeah.
Yeah.
and it was just your man wasn't listening to us. It was some
It was
of the
just
suggested
he
ones.
wasn't listening, but he now listens.
Oh,
Yeah.
But it's funny you say
How's
that.
it going?
It's funny you say that because whenever I was there's a fella from Cork, Cian Donlan. He's a photographer.
Yes.
You don't know him, Cian? He does a lot of work for like speed hunters and
Yes.
does a lot of rally photography and stuff. But the time he was up, he actually listened. He followed us after Dubshed last year because I had the stickers on the car, and the guys that run Dubshed also have a podcast. And then he seen the stuff on my car, and they were like, "Oh yeah, like he has a podcast too." But they're kind of more like kind of like the more agricultural and kind of sort
Agri-spec
of
stuff.
filthy side of things, you know. And but apparently in the lower countries or lower counties, use of a thing called Nordy spec.
Yes.
So apparently, like Nordy spec's a big thing down there.
Yeah, we do.
And he was like,
is Nordic spec essentially felt spec?
Pretty much.
That's like yellow plates in their ear,
yeah,
stuff like
so
that,
like,
isn't it?
it's basically lads in the south wanting to live up here.
I don't see
Okay.
why it would be any
See,
different, but
To us,
You're closer to everything that's more fun.
yeah.
oh,
Like,
okay, yeah.
Look at it from
Yeah,
our
okay,
perspective.
fair.
It take me you to go to Nuts Corner. How fast will you be there?
40 minutes.
There you go.
Nuts Corner.
Yeah.
Oh, it wouldn't even be for me about half an hour at the most.
There you go. Like the nearest track to me is Watergrass Hill. That's 2 hours away.
Fuck.
Do you know?
What about the 360?
That's closer
That's
to me, Dean.
15 minutes from him. It's 2 hours from me.
Oh, you've nothing.
Yeah, I have nothing on the back roads.
That's the best kind of road.
So like it's
Private roads.
private road, like
roads.
forestry road. Like
Fucking,
Nicaragua.
what
Honduras.
is it?
yeah,
They're laneways. They're laneways.
yeah. We grew up like on forestry roads, learning how to drive in them.
And Silage Fields probably.
Yeah,
Same
Silence
around here,
Field
to
was
be
the
fair,
best
but-
one and all. Transit Connect.
I learned on a racecourse track.
Yeah, I learned in the back of Danish. I was 8 and my father's Mondeo. Absolutely shit myself. No, do you think you can get me out of a fucking car? Well, correction. If anybody asks me when's the first donut I did They would think it would be an uncle on my mother's side, but it's not.
Right.
I thought about this coming up the road. First time I was doing donuts was in the back of Deanish with my uncle on my father's side in a high-ace van.
A highest fan.
A high-ace van.
My first time doing donuts was a quad.
Yes, my
Yeah,
first time
probably
driving
same.
was a quad.
My
First time on a knee was a high-ace van.
First
She
time
was
in
silver
the-
with a roof rack.
My first time diffing was in an E30 325A Sport.
Mine was just in a E40 16 Beamer.
Mine was the Sierra.
316.
My first
I-
condition was the white IS. Well,
No,
yeah,
actually, the 318 that was here for a bit briefly was my first time diffing.
I think there's every farmer's son in the country, north or south, has had a 318 at one
Yeah.
point in the yard.
100%. Or this one it may even been a 316.
Yeah.
I started working with a lad when I started my apprenticeship, and I pulled his first 318 out of a ditch, out the back of one of my friend's sheds, and got it back on the road. And it,
Well, the diff.
it ended up going to scrap lorry because
Oh, but they're fucking stone rotten anyway.
I
Oh.
buckled the crush.
So I assumed whenever you listened to episode 2, then you kind of enjoyed it.
Yes, but I am petrol.
Yeah.
I am petrol.
I suppose this is what I mean by Nordy spec.
Yes.
It's probably felt spec.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is
diesel Passats and
there is boys at home with your Mark 5, Mark 6 Golf.
yeah.
Do you know,
Not
popcorn
Mark
limiters.
6 Golf,
big
right?
beefy flaps on her. Then when they're backing up, they're nearly pulling the fucking back bumper off.
Yep.
Yes, yes.
Do you know?
Basically, like I suppose that would be kind of because we would have a
Cane
lot more.
trailer, rear mud flaps.
Yes.
sort of
We
stuff,
would,
yeah.
we would have a lot more diesel up here. Definitely,
Yeah.
diesel would be a bigger thing. Even in the south, like diesel's so cheap because there's less demand. Like that's why petrol's more expensive is because everybody drives a petrol. So they're like,
Yeah.
here
Sock
you
it
go,
on.
we can get more money off you. At least that's how I've always seen it anyway. That-
Well, we've locally the car scene. There's a lot of cars in sheds, as in Mark 2s, Sierras.
They're all sort of heading away.
Yes, by all boys.
there's an RS 500 about 0.5 of a mile from here in a shed.
There's an RS 2000 just down the road from us inside in a shed. Factory paint. I think there's 80k in her.
Well, this
80,000
one, this one here, the RS 500 is the car that literally put me into Sierras, and I don't even like RS 500s that much, to be honest. Like, but I remember like when I was like 8, he was throwing hoops at the cross. You know, there's a double crossroads there.
Yeah.
Well, it used to be that was one single line, and apparently, mum and dad was saying like literally you just used to see the boys lining up to hoop it because there was. Back then, the police had other things to worry about. Like you were
Yeah.
probably in the height of the troubles back then. Like the police were running about looking for boys Warmalite, not for boys hooping crossroads.
Crossroads,
Yeah.
that's the
But
thing.
I remember it. Now that road was changed when I was 2, but I can remember then, like when I was like 6 or 7 or something, him hooping, and I remember him just taking off and her shooting like a 5-foot flame out the back of her, and I was like, "Holy fuck, that's
Deadly.
class!"
I think everyone has that one
Yes.
memory where they're like,
Deadly.
this is my drug. Do you know, there's no point in it is like a drug.
100%.
Do you know-
doing drugs would be a cheaper hobby.
That's what I always
Fucking
say.
would be
That's
cheaper,
what I
like,
always
drugs
say.
would be cheaper than this.
We
But
re-
don't do it.
But don't do
Don't.
drugs.
Yeah, don't do drugs.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs, but also cars are an expensive hobby.
They
like,
are expensive, like-
and
But they
it's-
always put a smile on your face, no matter what.
Oh yeah, when I was driving up, no, I was there smiling away
I
at
could
me
see
like,
him smiling in the rearview mirror, and I was like,
Do you know what?
Fucking
Like,
loving it.
we talk about it, but it is literally like buying car parts an addiction. Like, literally, you're sitting going, but I can buy this. Like, I don't know if I can afford it, but if I buy this, it's cheaper now. If I buy it now, like, you know, like down the line, it's going to cost me more money.
Yeah.
Or I can buy this and I'll maybe sell it, you know, and I'll get my money. But you're always justifying it.
yeah.
It is
The way
genuinely
I
an
work it
addiction.
is,
The biggest
if I buy
fucking
it,
problem.
I eat pot noodles or Wheatos for the week, and
Yeah.
then I get the new car parts.
the biggest problem is Facebook Marketplace.
Go on, lad.
Oh, stop.
Yeah.
You'd be on that for hours.
Easily. Looking up Shelley's Struthers.
I found
Car
a
parts.
plane.
Coilovers.
Yeah, he's still sick about this.
So I found a plane on Facebook Marketplace, 2-seater plane. I was like, how cool would this yoke be? One of my pilot's license, but fuck it, I'll chance it. Do you know?
I think the two Johnnies talked about this here in a recent podcast. Tanks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little
They-
red plane. So when we went and
what's the name of
recorded
the
with
website?
Falvey,
Yeah,
Thanks
he
a lot.
actually knows who bought it.
Falvey knows where that plane went to.
That's where I heard the talking about the plane. It was
Yes,
your.
it was our episode with Falvey.
That's where it
He
was.
goes, it's just down the road from him.
Yous were, because I can remember. I was like, that conversation seems familiar.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was from episode 9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
episode 9.
Uh huh.
So you listened to episode 2. You seem to
Tell
get
us more
into
about
us. No, I'm trying to get in. So and then that would have been March time.
Maybe.
So then
March,
I assumed you continued to listen on.
Yeah.
And
then
you just went to Lanzarote. You come home then.
Started our one, and
Did the Donegal podcast have any sort of, did that do a lot of maybe, because that was one thing we kind of prided ourselves on, is like, and that thing in general, like we were talking about Feldspec and Donegal, then when you come along, you were talking about Donegal, I was like, right, like there's this is something, because this is like, not saying it inspired, but like, you know, they're talking about it now too, like this is a thing.
Donegal
we started ours not long after Donegal, you see.
Yeah.
So it was fresh in our mind, and I had finished the white one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as my father said, if she made it to Donegal and back, he would eat a hat. If he watches this or listens to it, I'm still waiting for him to eat the hat.
Should like dip it in water or something to like soak it up a wee bit, make it a bit easier to chew.
Yeah, so we started ours then. That's why we did the Donegal one after that was episode 4. Episode 4.
I generally don't.
Yeah, our
remember
Donegal was
anymore.
episode 4.
Something like that, yeah.
Because, it was the pilot, him, me, then Donegal.
Yeah,
And
explaining who we were and
Yes,
all that. Yeah,
that's
that was
right.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
so that was fine. And then you got in contact with FitzFab,
Yes.
and you put it up on your story.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
Yes.
And then I was
it
was
come from.
in the house, and I was like, fuck it. I know they're the opposite end of the country. The worst they can say is no. Do you know? Like, not now, maybe down the line. And I was like, fuck it, just get the name out there. Do you know? We'll chance it.
We were in no position to say no to anybody.
we aren't either, so it's okay.
Let's be honest here.
Any Tom, Dick, or Harry.
Well, like something I've noticed anyway. So you had this idea to do this, and so then we started it, and then yourselves. Then now, obviously, put it this way: if you had an idea to do a podcast, it may have nothing to do with us. You might have had that before anyway.
I had it before, and then when I saw you doing it, I was like,
Fuck
then I saw your followers, I was like, these boys have traction. They're in the north. We're as far south as possible.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if it takes off, it takes off. If it doesn't, I've tried it. You know, we've tried it.
Yes. Like it was the sort of thing where then yourselves started, tasting the gobshite, and then
Everybody laughs when they say it.
It's going to go two ways when you tell someone your podcast
Yeah.
is called
Yeah.
Tasty
They're like,
Gobshite.
But see, what we've had to start doing is a lot of our followers are little kids, as in
Same.
their parents are following to show them our cars.
Oh no! I don't know if we have that. But
I have
Yeah.
literally a guard and the wife and the 2 kids sitting down in the sitting room watching it on the YouTube.
On the telly.
I get that too. Pictures like
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, we're watching you" and all
Yeah.
this here, but I don't know if people.
I normally get the one of Father Jack. How did those gobshites get on the telly? Sent to me. Yeah.
But it is funny, like people even like like ones that maybe I'd have spoke to on Facebook, and the next thing you get a picture and it's like, that was a good one, and it's the pair of us like. And the thing is, our YouTube wouldn't even be like. I'm going to be brutally honest. Our YouTube doesn't do that well. Spotify does far better. I don't. Have you got on Spotify?
I'm
See,
still
you've
waiting.
been saying this for like 6 months now.
I'm still waiting to get my iPod back because it's logged in. My Acast is on that. So I have to wait for that to come back.
Right.
So once that's back, I can upload it.
Because our Spotify does maybe like 7-8 times
But
better
you see,
now.
a lot of people said that to us as well. They're like, can you get to Spotify?
Yeah,
Because
so they could be in the tractors and stuff, like just working.
they have
Yes.
them playing in the tractor, in the car while they're on the road.
Yes.
And I mean, we don't condone you having your phones open in front of you on a magnet. Like, have it open in the center console, because if you don't have YouTube Music,
See, we
it
have YouTube,
won't stay open.
I have YouTube
Yes.
Premium, and that's the only
Yeah.
way.
Aye.
And like I know people. The only reason that we two reasons why we still run the YouTube is, one, video actually makes it easier for me to edit.
Yes.
Plus, then also I've got the TikToks.
Yes.
So I have all the videos there. So we've everything there. So that's one side of it. The other side of things with YouTube is literally like when we first started, like Connor Kelly, Adam Cooper, boys like that, they don't have Spotify. And I was like, right, well, these are friends of ours that will support us and still continue to support us. And literally just for them people that at the start were like, look, I don't have Spotify, I'll listen to you on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's the only way we do it, is to sort of keep the loyals at the start, give them something to listen to,
But like, so then yourself started, but then Grassman at the playing championships, Craig's car was in the low loader. You know, with the Mark IV Bora.
Do you want to know a funny fact about that low loader? I had to get Craig's car off that low loader on the Sunday into the transporter to bring her back up, because the 4000 that we had at the ploughing had to come back down on that said low loader. Yeah.
But like, so that was done. Obviously, that was done for.
There is actually a photo of our 4000 on the back of that low loader with the fast track on Grassman's Facebook page.
Class.
Yeah, it's class. I saw it go up and I was like, class.
That's deadly.
Yeah.
That's
But-
deadly.
Like-
I even got Michael Healy-Ray up in it actually,
Oh.
on the tractor.
Jesus, you are talking royalty there.
Yes, yes.
Especially down our neck of the woods.
Jesus, we just know him as the politician that speaks funny up here. Like, he's
He's dead on.
but just to listen to, he's so funny. Like, his accent,
He's sound. He is as sound as they come.
allegedly so. But
I
don't know
will
him.
vouch for that. He is as sound as they come.
But like, you had his Bora and Grassman stand
Yeah.
of all. And then they have started recently doing videos on Craig's other car, the Mark IV Golf.
Yes.
So then, now I'm not saying anything's related, but it seems, if you put two and two together, you're like, there clearly is a market there for this style of content.
There is.
You know,
And
you're not focused on rallying, you're not focused on drifting and all that carry
No.
on. You're talking about the antics that go on behind all that.
behind all that, what we want to try
relatable.
and do is build a platform for people like you who have put in blood, sweat, and an insane amount of money.
and tears,
Yes, and
I was
tears.
gonna say,
There's lots,
tears,
lots of tears.
and
Lots
fucking
of tears.
tears.
In building stuff.
So your angle, because yours is called Shed Talks, and I remember just bounced out of the road. I remember you saying this to me at the start, like, so it's Shed Talks, and your angle was always just to basically talk about modifying cars, was it? Like,
Not modifying them,
but
but
just talking about them.
bringing stuff from,
The same as you know.
like, do you know, he has an escort in a bush outside the shed.
good job. Actually, is she dead or alive?
We don't know because we
Dunno.
must dig her out.
Yeah, our
But
plan is to pull her out.
Eventually, we will pull her out and do her as a tasty outside project.
Tis gonna
You
be so.
didn't get when I meant that. You said an escort,
Yeah, I know.
prostitute, a prostitute and a bit of bush outside. And I was like, so you
There's
do.
two ladies now staring at Michael going, shut the fuck up.
So you have like, I take it she's gone. Like,
There is a
completely
Sally
wrong.
tree growing up through the middle of her butt.
Yeah, the window, for some reason, the window is actually smashed on the passenger and the bush is just growing
There's
out
a
through
Sally
it,
tree
like.
growing up through her. Like,
Yous will find that hard to get parts, but it would be a class project.
that's the thing. If we
Yeah.
can, like, do you know,
But the thing is, right, so this is actually quite a good point, is the way you'd try and start getting through that project is you need money. Money becoming, hopefully you generate through the pod, because we're in a similar boat, which is merchandise.
Yes.
See, at the start, like, people listening, maybe that, like, they'll hear this, like, at the start, like, I was always kind of like, oh, like, you know, merchandise, blah, 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 and nearly felt bad selling and making money, but now I'm kind of like, look, I need
you need it.
I need
to
the money.
keep this going.
Well, I need it because of the amount of time I've invested. I've done 1 year of my life now completely free. Like, for people to listen to, like, nights editing, like, I have lost hours of my life to this podcast editing. Like, I need to start seeing something in return. Now, like, that's why we waited a year for merch, and now we've literally people messaging us going here. I think there's a gates just collapsed in one of them sheds. Usually not hear this off camera, like, but
The one I nearly hit.
there's a gate moving. That's why I had.
While we're on merch, we have presents for you.
Oh, yeah.
We
Oh,
have
look,
not-
he got out of the seat.
technical difficulty. Oh my good god!
Don't drop them.
Yeah.
Because, who wants what?
What do you want, Connor?
Sure, if it's going that their way, then go that
here.
their way. Thank you very much.
That's
Just
class.
don't drop it.
Don't drop them. Take what's in the
We don't even have. Oh, is it a mug?
Have you got Punjana?
Oh, yes. We don't have anything to give you, so now I feel like a real dick.
No, you're great.
We have love.
Right, fine, we'll forgive you for taking her on drugs.
So they are our podcast mugs with the Shed Talk logo on them.
Oh,
I was going to say, they're not plain bars.
That's fucking class.
There's a
boy.
sticker there as well, is there? There's stickers in the mugs.
In the
That's
mugs.
actually class.
thank
That's-
you very much, honestly.
You, which one of you can't say it? Amy's Attic Creations.
I have no problem outing him on that one.
I listened.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I said, I didn't know was it attic or antic. I was like, I don't want to say it, make myself look like a tit. So I'm going to let him do it.
But yeah, you could have just
I said like a Scottish person trying to say purple burglar alarm. They can't say it. Can you not say Amy's Attic Creations?
No, I just keep forgetting.
He just
it.
keeps forgetting.
Oh, I thought it was literally because of the thick Kerry accent. You literally couldn't say it.
Every time I'd be there quickly texting. Hold on, give me a minute.
That was like family. He was like, give me subtitles for that fella.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I don't, so I'm laughing at that. Hey, they're a nice hat, boys.
Yeah.
Fuck, should have worn one. Would have been nice and
Mine's in
warm.
the car.
They're nice and warm. In fairness to them, like.
I like that.
They are some hats.
It's a good corner. Take the tag.
I know. Yeah.
They are some hats, to be fair. I have worn mine to death, like, and it's still perfect.
That's good there.
You can hear it.
Yeah.
What was it?
Something anyway. I think
There was a bike passed when you were checking was the cow out the last time.
See, well, earlier when we were recording, I don't know if you've noticed, there was a V8 went by. Like a Merc or something.
That's what it was.
There's a C63 or something went by.
Told you.
No, that one that passed was fucking...
This thing had changed gears like faster than the DSG, man.
There's one night we were sitting. Did you see? You may have seen the clip of this. It was episode 4 or something.
The
And
one
that
with
was the grassroots.
We were sitting in the shed.
You could hear us.
Yeah,
We-
but you could hear him fuck it first.
Yeah.
And then goes at it.
And then, but the best bit of that, because the whole thing was completely organic, like we were, like that just happened.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that just happened.
And the best thing is you could hear it picked up and everything like.
But it didn't pick up on the mics. It actually picked up on the camera. So actually, what I had to do was, so basically, whenever I put it into
Oh,
the
yeah, you
editing
had to cut out
software,
the sound from the camera.
there's normally I cut out the sound from the camera. The only way I could get that was from the sound from the camera. So I had to dub the camera over us talking. So if you actually listen to our voices at that time, it
You
sounds
fade out.
echoey.
Yeah.
There's a bit of an echo, but it's just the
Actually, I
fact.
said in the TikTok, if it's not picking up in the mics, it's probably picking up in the actual cameras
Yeah.
thing.
And so, like, literally, you just hear he tries to go for second, and you just hear Dan and the power buds just go, clutch. And it was just like, I think for like people listening to that as like, you know, it's two lads. It came across as genuine two cowboys.
Yeah.
And like,
Do you know-
that's the type of thing you would have in your shed. You would discuss, and that's kind of like the angle we've always been trying to come at is like this relatability thing, and like two lads just having a conversation. Because you'll probably get this now too. Now, especially now, you've got the mics. Like that'll make everything
No.
so much better
Oh,
for you.
yeah.
Our
Just-
mics pick up everything. Like,
Just make sure they won't turn them down.
no,
That's
'cause
what we could try. We
you
haven't-
can't hear us.
The one thing though that we have had to do, and every time we have somebody else on, is so the knob actually to turn you up or turn you down.
Yeah.
We settle it so that we try and get we like see yourselves there, bring it up close, and then turn it so that you've still decent good audio to
Yeah.
sound. And sure, the time we recorded, not the last one but the one before that, with Andrew and Frosty,
yeah.
like it was blowing a blizzard out there, and
Yeah.
you could just barely pick it up with the
You
mic.
just about
See
hear the
if
rain.
ours did
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Ours are the full 360 mic.
I did tell you to buy these ones.
Yeah, but I didn't want to copy outright, so I said we get different ones.
I was literally like, no, seriously, like, because I had even said to you, you had said, oh, we've got 3, and I was like,
Yeah.
buy 4. I was like, buy 4.
That is the thing. It's
Like, you don't know when you'll need it,
but you'll need it.
but it's
You'll
like,
be happy when you have it.
Yeah.
like, because
That's the thing.
basically the reason like the pod track, like the P4 that I said for you to go for as well, like the reason we got it was we were running with the 2, and we had never done a guest, so we couldn't. It was good enough for me and Connor. We'd never done a guest.
Wasn't. Yeah.
And then we get talking to John McLean at Farmflix, and that was you talk about a Hail Mary that just happened to strike gold. Like we were like, I was like, I'll say to John McLean, see if we can get on. So that was going to be our first guest. Like John McLean taking us on. Like, are you familiar with Farmflix? It's like,
Not really.
so Farmflix was, John McLean was part of Grassman,
Yes.
right? He was the man. Like, so Gareth Galt was kind of like the guy in front of the camera, Donkey, and Farmflix. John McLean was behind. Then them two split, and John, like Farmflix are more.
They're like a Netflix for farming.
So
Yes,
Farmflix is like more
I
like.
know of the principle. I just don't.
But basically,
I wouldn't watch
Grassman went down the sort of.
I haven't time.
Grassman went down the sort of the brand route,
Yes.
Whereas Farmflix went down the sort of the service
Service route,
route.
yeah.
So like all their incoming content and all is generated through the videos. Whereas Grassman obviously do videos, but the videos is more to push their brand.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And
it's safe to say Grassman are a household name in every house around the
100%.
country.
They have the logo though from get go.
Yes.
Like they struck dynamite with their logo.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you
it is
see a
deadly.
Grassman logo and you know it is Grassman.
Even Flow's starting to go that way now too.
Yes.
Even Flow's starting to go that way too. But we got that, and I remember saying to Connor, I was like, Connor, look, John McLean's agreed to come on the pod with us. Like, this could be massive for us. And it was like, both of us were looking at our bank accounts. I think my bank account might already have been minus
Was that
at this
at the
point.
end of March we recorded or
No,
April?
end of May or
yeah.
June.
Because I combined the
Episode 12.
So I had just put the Honda into the Civic. So I was down 1,500 quid or so between it and intake and service and it, like the
My turbo
oil gearbox and all that. So I was like, I don't want to spend any more
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
And then like
My
Mike was
turbo,
right.
my turbo
We've
went.
X, Y, and Z to buy for this year. We'll have to do it.
I was in there.
150 each. Go for it. And then I was like,
Literally, it was like, so the pod track was like £150. It was like 2 more mics, 2 more connections, 2 more stands, 2 more everything. And it was just like, fuck it. Like, I know people listening to this going £300. Like, okay, it's podcasting equipment weighs up. There's podcasting equipment out there. It's 40 grand. Cool. Good for you.
Yeah, like,
We like
we're
that-
literally in tap water budget.
for us. This was
We don't even have enough money for Coke.
yeah.
Donkey used that line in something else, and I was like, "You bollocks." Your line, you said, "Oh, we're in a tap water budget." He used that in something else. And I was like,
He's
"You."
done that as well a few times, I've noticed. I swear it was one of your things he said. I don't know what it is again.
I
We'll
missed-
remember it later.
I missed the trick.
Do I?
Yeah, you do. You use one thing. I don't know what it is.
It mustn't be that fucking sticking out so.
Nathan, that is fucking useless information. We don't know what it is.
I actually missed the trick earlier. Someone said something like, "Are you serious?" And I didn't reply back going, "I'm deadly fucking serious," because that's what Falvey did.
That's better,
And,
yeah.
or that's what you did with Falvey. And I was just like, I missed the trick. Because someone come up like that, and I was like, I was driving back to get sure. Because like before we recorded here, I was literally fucking still underneath this. You guys landed, I was underneath the
He was
Sierra.
under the Sierra.
It's not the ice water bucket challenge. He just fucked a litre of oil over himself.
Literally, I was like, and as I was driving up the road, I was like, I missed a fucking trick there. Just not for anything other
Yeah,
than just a
it's-
win of laughs. But okay, the ADHD's kicking in. Where are we at? So we spent the money and got them, and then the first time we recorded with the pod track was with Farmflex. You talk about fucking shitting yourself, and then to top it all off, the laptop charger that I had at the time was faulty. Blew the trips in their
Nice.
The whole
studio.
thing went black. But the
You
other
could-
thing about that was we hadn't actually really fucked
Played
about
with
with it. We hadn't fucked about with it.
We
to know
hadn't.
like what the volumes and all was.
Yeah.
So we were blowing the eardrums of everybody.
Yeah.
So
I
remember
had
that
to
episode.
turn
I
it
actually
down.
don't think I finished that episode.
It was a good episode before. Well, it was a good episode anyway. But like, we done an hour with them, and then there's half an hour at the start and half an hour at the end. So we did our normal what's new format, and then the questions and everything. No, we asked them the questions, and then we did our normal big old scale one we pulled after that. And like the way the audio changed, just because I had listened to the Farmflex one, I went, "Oh, I need to turn that down."
Yeah. So we spent till about 2 o'clock in the morning in his kitchen the night the pod track came,
Oh, yeah.
and the mics playing with it just to
Get
see
familiar.
what it was like.
And then the thing is, every time we don't have it now because literally whenever I made the chairs, I was like, I'm going to weld on. Like this is as ghetto as it gets. Like this is fucking like angle bit section.
You think that's bad? We secure ours to an engine crane,
Correct, but
and we're sat on the floor.
but the thing
It's
is,
nice
like,
to be set up at a height.
but this is what I'm saying.
Well, fair enough.
See,
Fair enough, yeah.
see now, like we can walk in here and literally lift them.
Yeah.
And I remember even showing this to like the Drift Games boys whenever me and Connor were down one day, and I was like, this is what we have, and they were like, that's actually not a bad setup, and I was like, it is actually for what we are and for how far, like we are fucking bottom of the rung, like, you know. Let's be honest, like
we
But it's just because I can weld. I was like, fuck it, and
Just do it.
And I was putting the Recaros that were in the Sierra, like that are in the Sierra at the minute, the Evo Recaros. So I had these seats, but I got these seats when Sierra stuff was still dirt cheap. So like, these seats are dear as fuck now, but I paid nothing for these.
Nothing
Like
for 'em at the time,
So
like.
as long I just made it fully bolt up, so
Yeah.
I can put any Sierra seat in this.
Well, the only other thing was too, with having this sort of setup, and we're lucky in the sense that you had just a free shed and all
Yeah.
that carry on. But if ever it does happen, and we were to get somebody on that maybe could be a bit snouty or anything, you know, you're bringing them somewhere that nice. I don't know. You know, that sort of thing. But
that's the thing. Like you say, like the thing is that people said to us at the start what they really liked about our podcast was we were in a messy shed.
And it was raw.
it's unique, and you
yeah.
just you go off.
My uncle said that to me.
Most
He said,
times go off track.
It's
like.
raw. He goes, you've no script. He goes, it's funny.
We tried to script once. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
We've tried as well.
We've tried,
and then
and it's
it's
just
5 minutes later we're talking
Hopeless.
about Kim Jong Un over there, like, and then we're like, right, back to what we're saying.
Yeah.
We tried. There's like, because like basically our podcast, me and Connor's format is I go off on a tangent and Connor reins me in.
well, from the second episode, like we'd done the 2, and then with the third one, he had started getting self-conscious. He was talking far too much about Sierra.
Yes, it was.
So it was
Michael
like
was building a
it was the Michael show, and I just reined him in. That was the height of it.
Yep.
Because I had fuck all to talk about. It's like it's it's not as if you're like, oh, it's got different wheels on it, it's on air or anything like that. It just looks like every other Type R about, which that's what I was going for. But then
Sounds
when I
mint up.
wanted the fucker to go and actually go off on a tangent and explain a few things to make it longer, he just looked at me and went, "What do you want me to do here?"
Just didn't feel natural.
Yeah,
So the script got fucked out
We
into the
literally
abyss.
fucked
that was
the
like
script
one of
across
our
there.
episodes. One of the first episodes when he had pulled the car apart.
Lads,
I started and I went, well, what's new this week, Ted?
nothing.
Was his answer. His car was where the girls are.
Literally,
About
I was sitting here
400
looking
pieces. And he just went, nothing.
See, I feel like I'll be like you. The time you got the Hondata, I had to literally try and pull it out of you, and you were like, "Oh yeah, haha, I got
But
Hondata."
literally, I went, oh yeah.
Connor, you finally fucking done something like you've been talking about as a lifetime, and you've got like the Hondata, and you're all you were so buzzing. I was like, "Oh yeah, I got Hondata." I was
Do you
like,
ever though go in front of the microphones and your head goes blank?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
Like I
nearly all the
mean
time.
blank. Like you could be trying to say the easiest word in the world and you just go blank. So
I
you
just-
look like you're not as smart as what you think you are.
I just remember like looking at Connor like during the podcast, and in my head I was just, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like
There was there was a part of an episode where I was on to you about fucking planes because at the Stephen Lipset show last year, and he was saying, "Oh sure,
There was
you know,
planes at it, yeah.
you know, there was like, you wouldn't want an airport there because all of the interference and all that." And I was like, "Well, why the fuck does Belfast have an airport like? Because big tall buildings and that." And you were like, "Oh, right, awkward."
I still never really got that. Even now, I still think about that and go, I still don't know what he was getting at. that penny still hasn't dropped.
Light bulb.
But
That's why you got the lighter helmet or the lighter hat.
Yeah,
yep. But what the fuck were we talking about? So we was back to like the whole Farmflex thing. Like, so whenever we done that, like that opened a lot of doors for us. But like, see, to be honest, like taking that plunge and going and getting the extra mics and all was like the best thing, because then after that, like, you know, then we had Vicky on, and then we had that guy Farm Theory.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know him? We got that blew us up massively on TikTok. So we got him. He's a farmer from Oma. He actually works, his brother actually works for me, but I didn't know that at the time. And he done this whole thing on like the Loch Ness algae and all. Did you hear about that up here? So
No.
they're like the loch beside his house.
So I live beside the loch, and because of the temperatures and the climate and the conditions were rife for algae to grow in the
It was
loch.
like the perfect storm.
You know the way like you'd see maybe a small sort of lake or body of water or whatever down south, and there could be a bit of green growing around the shore of it or that.
yeah.
Well, it was going out for maybe a mile and a half from the shore. It was building that much that you
They
maybe
had
had
to
a
take
foot,
it out,
a
like.
foot of it at the shore,
Yeah.
and it was toxic. So essentially, if your dog was walking and it had drunk water from the loch, it would
Yes,
die.
but
It would die
there
from-
was-
it was whatever
Yeah.
toxins were or whatever was on
But
it.
everyone started jumping on and blaming the dairy farmers. They're like, "Oh, this is due to cattle and blah blah and all this here, and farming's this and farming's that and blah blah." And your mom, Farm Theory, basically had like debunked that it was nothing to do with cattle and all that. And I was like, right, I want to get this man on. Struck gold just by pure chance. And I was like, "Do you want to come on?" He'd said, "Yeah, I seen the episode you did with Farmflex. If we hadn't got that Farmflex, he would never have entertained us."
Yes.
And
Because he said in one of his videos, "I'm going to do a podcast tonight." I can't remember the name of it, and I'm not really sure what way to go on it. But I said I wouldn't turn anything down. So that's the only thing about the name of ours is when you're talking to somebody that hasn't a clue about a car, they're like, "What the fuck is limited slip differences?"
Like, I've said this before, like trying to explain our name to people. It's like, "Oh, you've got a podcast. What's your podcast called?" It's called Limited Slip Differences. What's that? Well, actually, see at the back of a car you've got what's called a limited slip differential, and basically you can just see it whooshing over their head, and they just go, "Oh, that's nice."
That's nice.
So now I just say we do a podcast about cars and tractors.
Yeah, it's
And if they go like, "Oh, well, what's it called?" Then I'll just say, it's like a car sort of reference. All right, what is it called? Limited slip differences. All right, lovely.
Yeah.
So
that's what we call it, LSD now. But then the problem is LSD. People just assume you're
The drugs.
Yeah.
so you guys then came back from Lanzarote. You had the idea to.
Oh yeah, we were
TikTok.
talking about that.
I tell you, we go sidetracked. Very.
So
That
That's
led-
about urban.
and that was 4 of us on that tangent.
because no hard
No one brought us back.
we can't be blowing ourselves out altogether. You come back from Lanzarote, you've done TikTok, and then you went and done the podcast.
Yeah.
Your podcasts to
211.
begin with were not that long.
Yeah,
No.
you were only like 15 minutes.
Yeah, so we
Because even when you did the episode, you're talking about Christmas. Summer. It was actually around the summer, just by pure coincidence. It was around the
actually
summer
talking
time.
about Christmas. There is an episode that I have stored in the hard drive that we forgot to put out.
Oh,
As in, full on forgot. So if you notice in the early videos, I'm just going to call us out here because people have probably copped it. We used to say episode 1,
Oh,
episode
yeah.
2. We stopped that.
We
By
forgot.
accident.
No, we had to.
We forgot.
Because episode 8 went out and episode 7 were still on the hard drive.
Yeah, it literally
So
said.
we have a full, I'd say, hour and a half episode of us unwrapping, because we did Secret Santa between the 4 of us.
Yeah.
And we did a full hour and a half one, and it's brilliant because I told him that I bought him a timing belt kit
Yeah.
as it, but I had a timing belt kit box and I put the release bearing into it. He went and bought a release bearing because it was something he told me that, oh, get this and it'll be ideal. So I went away and got it, and he opened it and he goes, that don't feel like a timing belt kit. It came out and he went, you're a fucking dickhead. I was
you
like,
got
"Why so?"
him
And
a
he goes, and then you can see in my face in the episode, he goes, oh, you bought one? And he goes, yeah, I did.
Yeah. It's actually very funny, like. But
That's
Funny, yeah,
that's just
no,
sat in
yeah.
the
Not
hard
funny
drive.
at the
Yeah.
time.
I can't really put that out now, can I?
you could, or you just basically say
Christmas
that,
came very, very late.
or you just say that episode 7 got took down for copyright reasons or something like that. And just
Well, we're
pretend-
not going to put that into this, obviously.
We are surely.
I didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I just said
we,
I call us out
we,
like
we were there. I was, lad. We were there for at least 45 minutes unwrapping.
Yeah.
There was nothing said. We were there.
just unwrapping.
And
And
doesn't
that was
really make
actually
good.
the episode we revealed the mugs.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So we had to do that in another episode.
Did we? Did we actually?
Yeah, you did.
One of the last
Oh, did.
episodes.
Yeah, you
Lad
did.
knows
Very,
more than I do.
very, very recently. Yeah, you done
Because
that recently.
you pulled it out of the press and there was mould in it and you just washed it out and drank out of it.
Fuck me, Nathan.
Put tonic water into it as well.
Fucking lovely, boy.
Yeah.
It was fine. I washed it out with the water. Oh, and the flashlight on.
Yeah, one of the boys at home bought. Oh, actually, he bought Even Flow's Mark 1 Skyline.
What?
Do you know Even Flow's Mark 1 Skyline? The red over black one.
Yes.
That's just sat in the shed, boys out in Thailand. He's afraid to drive her because of the allies. They're the work maestros.
Oh,
Yeah.
why not just put a set of reps? I know.
We're in the process of trying to get reps
Just-
for her.
just-
You know, like, as I said to him, I said, don't take her anywhere with them because you know.
The thing I was saying actually a while ago, it was on TikTok. It was cocaine lifestyle, Coca-Cola budget.
Yes.
You had said that on TikTok. They had it on their podcast. We were listening to it on the car, and I literally, you'd said it, and I went, "Oh, that's where he got it from."
No, I had heard that before
That's the
their
saying
podcast.
anyway, isn't
That
it?
was the saying
It
anyway.
was just, I thought
Yeah.
it was like, fucker stole that as well.
No, that I didn't see.
Whoa, so what were we talking about?
So,
Drugs.
what were we talking about?
Oh, so my phone went off
So,
in the middle.
you were talking about the deleted episode, and
Yes,
we should
oh,
leave it at that.
yeah. So, yeah, that episode got deleted. We can't put that out there.
well
So
then-
we discovered.
You were just lazy then at the start.
No, it was more that we'll say if we missed a week.
It was hard because he's so far away, and try to get
Like,
over
no,
to
I
me.
don't-
as
I
well.
don't mean that way.
And I
Yeah.
even said to you, one episode a week is just not possible.
But there was a night with my job. There was a night in the shed. It was the last storm we had. I was sat in the shed waiting for my phone to ring to say,
On call.
go to this place now.
Yes.
I was in Dingle. I was 2.5 hours from my area,
I swear we were supposed to go to Port actually.
and I was meant to go to Portlaoise for training. And then I got halfway to Portlaoise and they rang and said, no, come home, we need you in the morning. And then Portlaoise rang and said, what did you do, turn around? You're to be up here tomorrow morning. And I was like, I was on the side of the road, I was like, what do I do? What do I do? So I made a few phone calls and I had to go to Portlaoise. Yeah.
It's
So, do you know, it's like being over recording is fine. But if the phone rings, Jazz, I'm not going to be there for 2 hours, lads. Do you know?
and then
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
sort of expected, if you're on call, you're sort of expected to be close.
Yeah.
Like that's
No,
the whole-
obviously, if I was on call or on standby, I would be like, look, I'm not going to be over this weekend, I'm on call.
Yes.
Whatever. Do you know?
But then the thing is, you then have to plan on maybe coming over to Nathan's shed on a Wednesday night,
Yes.
which means if you finish work at 5, even you jump straight in the car, you're not going to be there till 7, half 7. The time
At
you
the
set
earliest.
up, it's 8:15. The time you finish recording, even
It's
if you're recording an hour
11
episode,
o'clock.
it's after 9. And by the time you're back home, it's near midnight. Like,
Do you know,
that is exhausting.
Yeah.
Like, that is...
And you're not getting paid for it at the end of the
No,
day.
you're not. And, like, you know... it's
Petrol's expensive.
correct. It's
It's not
not
done by us anyway. It was 185 when I filled the car leaving Castletown.
Oof.
Euros.
It was 172.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I filled with 99 octane, 154 the day.
Oh. So I want to put that
So
in my
£30 half tank.
It's cheaper up here.
Yeah,
At the minute.
I know. So I literally was like,
we saw the first Go filling station and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And Go's cheaper again than most places go because they're like a wholesaler kind of thing because they're
Yeah.
owned by like LCC, and LCC bring all like the fuel in. So like anyone says, it's, well, allegedly everything in this country comes out of LCC, so it's all the same fuel. Well, that's true or not, I don't know, but
Not
Yeah.
entirely sure.
tested
But
and you know.
like, strangely, the filling station where I get me petrol from for the Civic is cheaper than standard petrol in the filling station down the road.
Are you like me? You will only get petrol in certain filling
It's
stations?
just because it's 99 octane.
Yeah.
So it's
See, we don't have that option. We have gone to the
E10.
yes,
yeah, we've E10 all here too.
So
and there's no other option. So,
so for me to get away from the E10,
buy a drum is our option.
I'm
Buy a
at
drum.
my car to run an E10.
Yeah, that's
buy
the
a
only
drum
other way
of
make life easier.
99 octane from Ears Motorsports, 270 for 50 litres.
Jesus Christ.
It's race fuel, like. That's what we put into the rally car home. I think it's 270, VAT included. I think.
99 octane.
Yeah.
And you,
Jeez, you'd be well coming up here and filling an ABC and taking it home.
I was just about
You
to
would,
say,
like-
yeah.
You would be as
I
well
think the,
coming
the
up
drum
here.
race fuel is.
You'd be up as well
it's
coming here
up-
buying
I think it's up
1,000
on
litres.
270.
because race fuel for us is 115 octane, isn't it?
Yeah, Panta
Maybe
118.
it's 170. I'm not sure. I haven't checked in a while, but I think somebody.
Pan-
We,
well,
we have a
Panta-
drum with it behind us.
Yeah,
Panta's 118, I think.
118.
I
Lexus.
have. I heard a figure thrown around the shed the last night when the car was in, and it was 270. I
That is
nearly
fucking
dropped.
nuts.
Like, and some boys that run pure that, like.
Aye, but that's boys like James Dean who can afford it.
Yeah.
Like, well, we ain't doing that.
Going back to that, remember, just meant to say it when you said it. You were on about if you bring somebody posh in to like to shed like this,
Yes.
or the parlour. You have to think about it. They started in a shed like this.
Well, that's very true.
Yes.
Do you know? And it's the grassroots of it. There's no man unless you're born into it.
I don't
To be
really.
fair,
I don't
we
know.
all listened to the two Johnnies, and it wasn't until 2-3 months ago they went. No, sorry, maybe 5 months ago now that they went full video.
Yes.
We were full video before them.
Yeah, they were full video on Spotify, and like I remember whenever their post put up, saying we've now went full video, first full video in Ireland or something like that there, and then some man tagged us and went. Limit slip differences have been full video since whenever.
Did you
and they
see
were
them
like,
who-
"Oh, it's on Spotify."
Did you see them in the Civic? I would love to get them into the Lexus.
Oh, I seen that on TikTok. I commented being like, you should go lads with tasty upgrade.
Sure, Johnny B talks about King of the Cone
Yeah.
in one of the recent episodes.
Now that he'd love to go there.
Yeah, that he'd love to go there.
No bother biking, nothing.
If they do in the off chance see this, we'll have no problem bringing them into King of the
Absolutely
Cone.
none. 100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I'd take him up on that. Now, he might not like me whenever I eventually wrap me and him round something, but sure. Until then.
It'll be thrilling for
Hold on to Jesus handle.
Grab the old Jesus handle
Yeah.
there.
Tell us, do you do any questions or anything like that whenever you do guests? Because
Yeah.
Because I
Where-
said to them, like, don't be afraid to grill
So
us.
we have like a set list of questions that we ask every guest.
okay.
Okay.
And it
Well,
is-
sure podcast
it's-
as much as ours, so.
It's great to see like going back through like the FitzFab one, the FitzFab video. One of the questions we have, and I'd ask you, what's one motorsport you'd love to try?
One motorsport I'd love to try.
Now, bear in mind when myself, this fella, and Falvey got talking, we were talking about doing the Dakar together.
Yeah.
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 Like, that's where it went. When we were talking to the FitzFab boys,
That would have been
Dawson brought out monster trucks.
Yeah, that was.
So we were like drifting,
be
autographing, and
against
then
it.
Dawson goes, monster trucks.
Well, what would I love to try myself?
Yeah.
When I was in Alabama a couple of years ago, there was this thing called mud truck racing. And basically, two boys start side by side. They go in, they launch into a big pull,
Yeah.
they go through it, round a berm, come again through another big pull, up. It's basically like a big S, and then back around themselves. One of the boys overshot one of the berms and then up rolling. I have videos of it on my phone. Like, I remember being there. Like, there was one, most of it's grassroots, and then they're like the same as like everything. Someone shows up and they've pumped like $150,000 like
Into
dollars.
this yoke.
This thing, like, I think it was, what was it, Red River, and like it was outside Winfield in Alabama, and it was like everything was just Alabama. I know everything like was just.
No. My grandmother went to Alabama on a holiday. That's why I'm laughing. I'll tell you off, Mike.
God, I just keep singing the song in my head. Sweet
That's
home
everywhere.
Alabama.
That's everywhere.
but
But
yeah.
it's-
I'm not even going to deny it.
everyone says to me, "What's Alabama like?" And I was like, "What do you expect it to be like?"
Yeah.
And they're like, and they just look at you, and I'm like, "Yeah." That's that. But,
Anytime I hear Alabama, I just think of the time my grandmother went there on holidays, and she always goes on about it.
But do you know what? Like, home from home, weirdly, because it's the most green place I've seen. Like, you know, like driving through the roads, I was like, this is like kind of like home. Like, there's actually the greenery here, whereas like everywhere else is kind of in a concrete jungle
I
or
was
just
on a
pure
flight.
wilderness.
Home from home. I was on a flight one day, and two people from at home were actually on the same flight,
Yes.
but we'd know them very well,
Yes.
and their kids. And the youngest lad looked out the window. We were flying to Cornwall. The youngest lad goes, "That bollocks only did a circle and landed back in Cornwall." Yeah. Well, oh, it was so funny. The whole plane started laughing, like, but it made it funny that I knew him.
That's class. But it was that river racing, like there was one of the trucks was there, so everything else was just like big V8s with some boy port and polishing it in their own shed at home. And then this one fella, he had spent like 150,000. This thing in nitrous. It was, you want to hear this thing, supercharged V8 taking off. I was like, oh my god, that is amazing. Just mud truck racing was absolutely class. Have you figured? What do you think?
Mine very boring, but I've never actually had the chance to do it, and I wouldn't do it unless it was sort of on my own to have a go at it. Drifting. I know it's very boring and it's very typical.
It's very podcast.
No,
I know it is very podcast.
It's very
yes,
limited, slim
but
and tasty gobshite podcast. Like,
yes, I never owned a rear-wheel drive car.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even bother because
Have you ever drift?
I have done a few circles, yes, but that was
Like,
nothing worth fucking talking
I
about.
did the drifting in the Watergrass Hill. Never drifted before. Got this car ready, brought her on the track. Didn't even cage her.
well,
No, you can bring them out. You just can't carry a passenger.
yeah, you're
without
not
a
allowed to
cage.
take a passenger. Yeah, it's the same as drift games.
And the lad in work that had told me about this, and he goes, "Look, get a car ready for chance. See if you like it." So I remember sitting on the start line, and I was absolutely
Shitting it.
bricking.
Your
I
left
mean,
leg is sitting like that,
Oh,
and your right
no, it
leg
was-
sitting like that, and your hands are in the
I
steering
went
wheel.
jelly. My left
I
leg
was
went
like
like
me and
jelly.
Aidan.
And I remember going into the first bin, and I was like, with no hydro, because the lines didn't fit.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
So I drilled the button and taped up the drill bit. Left the drill bit inside there. Made a drift button.
Yeah.
Hands are
Most
probably-
boys
Yeah,
just
I still have
actually,
scars
most
on my
boys
hand.
just tape over and don't bother with the drill bit.
Sometimes
They pop out.
they pop
That
out.
happened to me. Coming in full broadside and the handbrake locks
Locks
on,
on.
and the next thing I'm going
So
backwards.
the first bend in the video that was put into my family group chat, I took the first bend in Watergrass Hill, which is the biggest one,
Yeah.
like a fucking champ.
Oh, actually?
And it looked like I was driving down it in the video from the angle. So it looked like I just drove down. But no, I am full lock looking out the passenger window, and I straighten up and goes, Christ, I have this. Into the second bend, bang, straight out into the gravel. She just locked up, wouldn't come around. And I was like, come on, come on, come on. And I ended up inside in the gravel, had to be pulled out. Then, third bend, kicked her, lovely. Then there was a bit of a dog leg. Dog leg threw me. I was like, okay, we'll do that again. Came into the second loop of my first big bend. I goes, I'm gonna James Dean this shit. First, second, third along the straight. Drop, bang, second. Gave her the clutch. Out she went. Took the bend like a champ. Hopped her, and I mean hopped her off a super single. Lost her coming out. Couldn't bring her back because I'd no handbrake to fucking hydro to counteract the oversteer. Lost the back of her, and I mean broadside, side, up over the super single, and bogged her to the doors in the grass in Watergrass Hill. So if you touch the grass in Watergrass Hill in the morning session, off you go. You're not coming back on till the evening session. 2 laps, I was gone. Yeah.
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 See, this
So
is
that-
why I haven't tried it
In,
yet.
in the evening session when it dried up, now might I add, it was deluge. I mean, there was a good 3 or 4 mil of surface water.
Yeah.
In the evening session when it dried up, I got the hang of it again. Mm-hmm. And so much so that the lad in work was in front of me, and I said, I'm going to go for the door. I was going for the door. His wife was videoing, and all I hear is his car cut out.
Oh.
I avoided him.
Just.
But I avoided him. Yeah, started the day with the front and the back bumper, and at the end of the day, we said, we need to take these bumpers off. Fuck them. Touching the fucking pocket, the bumper to cover it, do you know? Rather than burst a good bumper.
Yep.
Good crack. But I would recommend it. It is like...
My first drift day, I can remember as Eglinton. Minute silence. And
They need to bring that back.
100%, but it's gone. But I remember coming out, and this was before COVID, so before the private track day, so it was public days, and they were letting 2 cars go at a time at this point.
Yes.
And basically, you went out, done one loop, come back. It was kind of something they were like, they had sessions, and then like they'd let so many cars go, and then they did this thing where basically it was kind of like 2 cars would go out and chase. And I was like, first time I was like, oh, I'm going to come in here, like I don't have a hydro handbrake, but like, I see all these other people, just fucking big Scandinavian flick, kick the clutch, away you go, it's going to be no bar, I can slide a quad, like it's fine. But I was shit myself, I was like,
Those Scandi flicks are a lot harder than they fucking look.
correct.
I tried one, and yeah, I ended up facing the...
So I came in and I was like, right, here we go, Michael fucking Scullen, let's go, first bang, second bang, not third because you'd run out of room. And I was like, right, here goes a big right, and then we're going to go left, and then clutch kick, and just slid backwards. The fella that was behind me just drifted in front of me nicely around the corner, just kept her lit, and there was me just staring at him going down the course, and I was just like,
Fuck you. That was my biggest fear on the first lap, was me hitting other cars.
no, I was in front, thankfully.
And see, I was let out in the middle of the group. So, now in fairness to TS Drifters, if you ask them for a gap, they'll give you a gap.
Yes.
To be fair, they will give you a gap. And I said to your man, give me a gap. Give me a gap. Took the first lap, like I said, like a champ. Fucked it up. But hey, everybody fucks up. Like,
Hey, yeah.
there's nobody
gonna
to
start
drifting
somewhere.
like a duck to water. Like, it is...
And the thing is, you think, I can slide a quad. Like, I can go out around the field in a quad now and take the whole thing sideways. And a fella said to me one day, he goes, I bet you can drift the quad. And I said, yeah. He goes, you can drift the car. He goes, once you get your idea into the head about weight transfer,
Yeah,
he
that's
goes,
all it is.
It'll come naturally.
The more I have sat back from my first day out and looked at how I was driving, I've been able to go to myself, right, do this differently now the next day, we'll see how it goes. So,
Just one thing I never got on to in England, and I would find I was overshooting myself. And then one thing because I was coming in too fast, and then the next thing I would go the other way, and you'd so much speed gained, you'd just spin out. I was never left foot braking.
Yeah.
I never got the chance really to ever then start practicing left foot braking. Some boys say they don't ever have to left foot brake, but
The lad that didn't work with me, he's got compact,
yes,
and he can pilot her. He can fuck her around.
You
But what's
can, like-
catching him is
I don't know what me and you were going to talk about.
what's catching him is power and reliability. Drifting out of his skin. Keep you up to Mac.
Oh yeah,
Mac built a 180,
that thing's like 600-700 horsepower.
700 horsepower.
V8 is a big, and I mean fucking big. Who thinks that's big?
V8 supercharged, like she is.
Turbocharged.
Oh yeah, she's is she twin?
No, it's a big single turbo.
Oh, I thought she was twin.
Fucking huge.
It's a fucking.
Big snail. Big snail.
Yeah.
That's a standard chaser turbo.
It's about 3 times the size of that.
Yeah.
It's like something
I
out
was
of a
inside the
Scania.
shed, and he was cutting something about his bonnet, and he was like, "Yeah, fuck the bonnet." Anyway, I was like, "All right." And the next thing I looked, I was like, "Lad, the size of the thing." He was like, "I know it's huge." I was like, Jesus Christ.
His actual issue with that car is heat. The petrol's heating.
We've seen that actually. We were talking
Yeah.
about this somewhere else. Boys actually running. We're talking about for. It was actually we were talking about with the tractor pulling. Boys running diesel coolers. I would say it's something similar with them. You'd need a cooler, cooler line for your fuel, or running methanol.
Yes,
Yeah. But I think the petrol's actually heating. It's coming in too hot. She's getting that hot.
That's mad.
It's some York though. It looks.
To see him throw it around is fucking.
It sounds tits. What engine's in it? Oh, sorry. Yeah, V8 turbocharged. Michael.
She is.
He's the
crazy.
fella now that he had the E30
He put
with
the
the 2J
Z into an E30.
and the 520D
Yeah.
with the 2J inside.
We know him.
Yeah,
Did he have an
Matt.
Did he have an X5 or something as well?
What?
Did he
X5?
have an X5? No, he sold. No. So we seen this. We seen it was an
In Ferry's Yard.
Ferry's Yard. Oh no, E60.
Donegal 2021.
Yeah,
E60,
E60, 520D.
We seen this.
He changed that to a 2J then. Yeah,
Yes.
that thing was
We
reckless
seen
as well.
that. That thing's fucking
Yeah,
class.
he's
I remember hearing
literally on the other side of the hill to me. He's only 20 minutes away.
What's his name?
Kieran Mack.
What's his nickname?
Mac.
No,
No, there's a fella called Screechy. This was maybe the fella in the X5. There's a fella called Screechy.
I know, he's Mack.
Kieran McNamara, is that?
Yeah,
Yes.
because then he's Mac Performance then, like.
Kieran McNamara. Yes, I know exactly who you're on. But there was another fella as well, had an X5 V8 there. She was the 4.4 V8, and he had everything pulled out of her. He was sending her around in Ferry's Yard, and we were just like, what the fuck? Like, this is mental. And then the next thing
He did a bit better than the boy in
Yeah.
the Passat last year.
Oh boy, that was a great video.
Did you see that video?
Is this the
The
Passat.
130, but well, not the 130.
She was
the fucking
just
the 4Motion. It was supposed to be a 4Motion.
me.
Yes.
Yeah, and he.
He put the airbags off.
Did you not see the video?
I'm trying to think. Have you seen that video?
Like he went literally. It's like he tried to drift, but he just drove.
And she
in a
kinda
circle
went
and then went straight
Oh,
for the
yes,
wall.
into
aye.
a Kelly block.
And your
Yes,
man
I've
video
seen that,
has the perfect angle. It goes bang. And he there
And you
like
can just see the airbags go off inside the
yeah.
tent.
And that was the Thursday.
That was Thursday.
Yeah,
That was Thursday.
That was the Thursday.
We were in Apple Green when we got sent that video.
Yeah. We were like, well,
Yeah.
that's his weekend ruined.
I was going to say that's it.
Do you know, you might make her last till Sunday at least.
Yeah, try your best, but
So you just go to Donegal on a Thursday then?
Yeah.
make a big
I
weekend.
think when you're
of it.
from that far down, you'd need to
Travel
be
up there.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday.
Travel up to Thursday.
You Friday,
on Thursday,
Saturday,
you Friday,
Sunday,
Saturday,
Monday.
Sunday,
Yeah, we came down Monday.
Come down Monday then.
You'd need to be making a long time when you're going. Like,
Suppose.
we can do Friday, Sunday. Like
That's the thing,
yeah.
do you know.
like, there's nothing on Monday in Letterkenny. Like
You could come home.
yes,
Do you know?
Yeah,
yeah. We
we had a long journey. Sure.
we do
went
know
to
people that-
Bundoran and we
We went to
stopped.
Bundoran, we went to Father Ted's house,
Yeah.
went to Innis.
Then we got
Fellowship
Rush.
is a bastard to get to.
fuck
It
the
is a
road
bastard to
is
get to.
It's
Yeah.
a fucker of
Cunt.
a road.
Yeah.
That is one cunt of a
It
road
is
if I
cunt
ever
of a
saw
road.
one.
I remember we were going out there, like I was like, we're never going to fucking get there. It'll be dark by the time we get there. Like.
Yeah, it was.
We done it in a standard car, and I thought it was bad enough going. Like my cousin's BM, like I thought I was like, fuck, this road's bad. I would not want to be doing
Like,
this in my
there's people,
Sierra.
there's actually people living there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a. You used to be. You could
And
book
for
in.
anyone watching that and listening that thinks Father Ted is actually filmed on an island. It's not.
No, it's
Craggy Island is not a place.
It's a studio. But it used to be you could actually book in and go for tea in the house.
Yeah.
And then people would come, started taking the piss, and they were like, right, you know what, fuck it. Like, because people were coming in and like they'd be sitting having their dinner, and someone would come up and like look in the windows, and it was like, hey, get the fuck. Can you imagine? Like, so they said they don't mind people landing down and like being in front of the house and taking the pictures and all.
They have a fast track actually.
Really?
Yeah. I've been there twice, and the fast track was there.
Dead.
Fast track was
Never
at the back.
noticed.
Didn't know that. There's a video of me playing the banjo outside Father Ted's house, playing the theme song on the banjo outside Father Ted's house. You just you hear the theme song going, the theme song going in the background, and it just turns around. It's me playing it on the banjo.
Class. Yeah, we have another question. We have is what car do you regret selling?
You can answer that one for me.
Tezza.
Yeah.
You've never sold really a car, have you? You sold the Polo, I suppose.
Technically, I suppose I do regret it, yeah. It'd be nice still to have, but she's still going.
Yeah.
I was actually talking to...
Seen her in Portnown the other week.
So my first car I drove for 9 years, and I got
That's
her 12,500 miles on her.
I drove my first car for 9 months.
Did you bin it, or
No, injector 3 and 4 came out through the bonnet.
was it a 1?
0.6 CAYC.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
That's what yours. Same engine.
Do you know what? And he
That's it.
says that we have the Mark 6 Golf with 1.6
See,
everything.
she was-
It's gone perfect.
But she's mapped, mine wasn't.
Mine's
map
now
now.
mapped now at 190,000 miles. I
So
only mapped it
about
at 190.
300k? 300k kilometres?
Yeah.
What the hell is yours at? 200? Huh? 300,000 kilometres.
Mine is now at
This goes like a clock.
199 something.
Mine
I know, but to be fair,
Like a freight train.
mine didn't see that. Mine seized and put a second engine in, and that engine also seized.
to be fair, actually, the
Yeah, I
Polo
didn't-
has the same miles as the Golf on it.
About 180 something.
199,000 on it.
I didn't post it off my injectors to get them reconditioned, and they never arrived at the engine
Oh.
centre. But the box was open. So there's 4 fucked injectors out there. Yeah. So Unpost gave me four €1 stamps in return.
That's not
That was
supposed
nice,
to.
isn't it? Yeah.
So
Wait,
Unpost.
what cars do you regret selling?
My
I
Corolla.
got rid of my black Passat that I fucking love. It was 08 1.9 TDI, just the 105 brake.
So she would have pulled. Or you maybe call it boo or something like that there. It makes the
Boot. No, I got
Nice.
rid of that. I gutted the cat.
Ah.
I had a grey Passat and I had that, but once I got the black one, the cat came out straight away and got gutted and then welded up and thrown back up. I done loads to that thing. That was dropped on its hole. Like that
They
was.
could go low.
That
They could
thing
go low.
was fucking reckless.
Set of
though.
FKs, you see it
No,
right
I
more
bought
felt.
the Racelands and they were dropped. We had
Automotive.
everyone inside in the
Yeah.
car and she was scraping coming out of the local
Yeah.
shop. Like we were like, this is gallus.
There's some
Like,
low car
I got-
Passats around here.
What I was sickened is I scrapped it, but when I went to go buy loads of parts for it, there was nothing around the place for 1.9s at the time. It was all dark side development.
Yes.
Yeah. Whereas up here, you get a no bother.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Do you know, it's the availability of
Yeah.
parts of what you
Yeah,
can get.
yeah.
to
what
be a
I-
diesel owner in the south, you
Yeah.
really have to be committed.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
like
IS
what I
200s
knew
by us.
then, like, oh, it's so annoying because like you could have actually slapped a 150 turbo and injector in now. No bother, I mapped it.
Yeah.
Happy day.
Yeah.
No, I sent off my turbo to hybrid turbo in UK for them to do the hybrid turbo reconditioned. Bought injectors off dark side. They were 300 horsepower ones, intercooler, hard pipes, the whole shebang. Slapped everything in. I ran out of money, but I needed a clutch and I needed to get it mapped. So I was driving around easy with it, but I was having issues. I was popping off intercooler piping and everything from the turbo, and I was saying it to them, being like, "Lads, what the fuck?" And they were like, "Do you know what? You try hairspray." I was like, "What the fuck?" I'd done it. It held like, but I was just, and there were small things going wrong, snapping bolts and the fan belt, just the bottom tensioner. What was it? Yeah, the bottom one anyway. And I had to actually change the whole timing belt. So I got the garage to do it because when that started happening, COVID was just finishing
Yes.
and we were going back to work. And literally, my fan belt all like came out and the fucking thing went bouncing down the road. I could see it. I was like, oh, that's part of my car.
Happened to me with an alternator belt.
Me
So
with that
literally
Tesla,
was
another
like,
belt too.
shit.
And the P100.
Got the garage, went, look, do not drive this hard. I said, there's massive injectors in it. I said, you will flood the engine. he got the work done, and then he goes, yeah, there's loads of black smoke out of it. I said, yes, I know, don't drive it. Stupid cunt drove it. Seized the engine. I literally had to go to the Reynolds, get an engine, get him thrown in. Literally back to work then the next day.
Jesus Christ.
I was sickened. I sold all the parts then, like, fucking sickened. I miss that car. I'd bring it back if I could.
So I had a 1.4 D4D Corolla.
Ooh.
Yeah.
3-door or 5-door?
3-door.
I think the D4D 1.4 is the same engine as the Fiesta and
With
207.
the TRD kit.
It looked well.
They're nice.
They did look well.
And she was the sporty silver one as well.
Yes.
Yes.
So I bought her. I remember I raided my shoebox to buy her. I had a shoebox of cash. And the shoebox was overflowing at the time. I was
Jesus.
working like a
What a
slave.
time to be alive.
Yeah, oh no, like I worked like a slave that whole summer to buy my first car and bought it in cash, and I was literally taking money out of my bank account, put it into a shoebox so I wouldn't spend it. I wish I
Not
could
a
do
bad
I
idea.
wish I could do that now. And bought it. I think I was 16 when I bought it. And I was like, I am the rod. I
I am the fucking boy.
have a Corolla at 16. Plan was, put her on the road, 1.4, cheap insurance, cheap tax, the whole lot. Ideal. Handy run around. Then they brought in a law of the unaccompanied driver in the south,
Yes. Same as what we have up
which then put insurance through the roof.
Ah.
And I could not afford to insure said Corolla outside the door.
here. Ah.
So put her on Dundee, and I could not sell her. No one was buying her. Couldn't buy her. Couldn't sell her. And sold her in the end for 800 quid. It broke my fucking heart.
And how much did you pay for it?
3.6.
Fuck off.
You lost £2,800.
Yeah,
Or €2,800.
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, we both say quid, so 2,800 quid.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, that's just like a slap of the teeth you ever could get.
That's a fucking kick in the balls there. That's not a slap.
Couldn't shift her. Couldn't shift her.
What year was that then?
That would have been...
Must have been 08 or something, was she?
No, she was 05.
05.
I know. What year did you sell her
Oh,
though?
that was 2020.
That was like 4 years ago.
Because funny, the fella I worked with in 2018 had a 5-door Corolla. I'm assuming the same shape, just before the
Yeah.
RS came out.
E12.
And
The E12, yeah.
he could not, like, so anyway, long story short, he had to get money quick for reasons.
Yeah.
And the only thing he could really sell was his car to get money quick. And he could not fucking shift it.
Yeah.
Like, he took
It-
stupidly bad money for it just to get it shifted.
I had to get rid of it as well. I had to get rid of it because I had the Golf at the time. My little 1.6 Golf that seized. God, she saw some road. And yeah, she had to get rid of it. It was just taking up space. It was like, no point having 2 cars. Here's me now with 2 cars. And your man said he'd come down. We had agreed on 1,000, and then the engine light came on. I was test driving her, but I knew what it was. So the turbo pipe had a pinhole in it, and she would suck in too much air and flood herself.
Yeah.
The engine light would come on, turn off the key, turn it back on, it'd go off. That's all that was coming up. So he wasn't too keen in giving her
Yes.
for the 1,000. So I was like, look, I'll come down to 800 just to get rid of the cunt. I had to get rid of her, like.
You were selling her cheap as it is.
I said, I'm selling her cheap as it is. Like, you know, I was taking a hit at fucking,
You were taking a hit anyway. Like,
Yeah.
you were selling
No
it for
matter if it was going to be 200 or...
you know,
Jesus Christ. You,
How long
you
did you
sold it
have
for
it?
about 20%.
how long did I have it? So I had her 2 and a bit years.
And never drove her.
And she, well,
Never drove her.
never drove.
Never drove her.
So one night,
While not driving her.
no, my mother was driving.
Yes.
Of course.
And just to give the car a run, she said, Jesus, better bring your car for a spin. So my mother used her as a run around, like,
Oh, right, okay.
when she needed it.
She could have bought it off you.
Yeah, she wouldn't. She had 3 kids. You weren't going to put 3 small kids under 3 into the back
fair.
of the
Yes.
fucking D40,
Yeah.
3-door.
Good, but it'd be
So
A bit of a struggle.
Yeah.
we went for a spin to the nearest village, which would be Ellie's, to the house. We went to High Road. There was a cat. He was running across the top of a crest. Oh! Cat went flying. Hit him on the up. Cat went down the road. Cat landed as we came down the road. Bang! Hit him a second time and stuck him to the road.
Double whammy.
Double whammy. So much so, the owner of said cat was out a couple of weeks later in the village.
Looking for the pishki.
Was unconsolable when she was intoxicated that she had to use the coal shovel to take her cat off the road. It was stuck to the road.
That's just the fact you boom. And that's like a volley.
To come the second time.
Fuck you, pussy.
Yeah. So, yeah, stuck her to the road. Literally. The coal shovel had to take it off the road.
I think on that note, that's how we wrap up. Boys, do you just want to plug the socials? Because I'm conscious we're
Fucking nearly 4 hours in.
3 hours.
Okay.
3 hours.
Fucking hell.
No, there's a lot of editing, but
There's a lot of editing to do.
a lot of technical difficulties, but we're still. This will be at least 2 hours 20, maybe 2 hours 30.
So
So
Michael and Dion talking.
pretty much.
And randomly we say words.
Next week's episode will be Connor and Nathan.
Just be a fucking silent room.
Oh, yeah. How's it going?
How's it going? Yeah, not too bad.
Anything
Do-
good? Nah.
20 minutes later, we're finished.
Say good.
Mean.
Yeah. So yeah, follow the socials. Tasty Gobshite on everything. Tasty_Gobshite on Instagram,
And TikTok,
TikTok,
Snapchat, Facebook.
Facebook. We're on Facebook.
Yeah.
Do you use a Snapchat?
He does.
Yeah.
I created a Snapchat and just never got onto it.
It's literally all I do is just be popping stuff up on the stories just to kind of.
It's just because some people wouldn't have Instagram
Yeah.
or Facebook. Do you know, Facebook is like a dying breed. I feel like if you're
Hi.
If you're
Facebook is-
like
yeah, big thing.
Facebook is only good for one thing. Marketplace.
I
Yeah.
joined Facebook to play Farmville.
I joined Facebook just to play a zombie game.
Farmville as
I
well.
was Farmville that time.
Farmville, yeah, as well.
That was not today or yesterday.
No.
Yeah,
that was-
exactly.
that was
What
it.
age were you?
8.
I was going to say I
I was in 5th year.
I was 5th year when I joined Facebook 2010.
I was in, so 8 I would have been in
I never actually played
3rd class.
Farmville.
Holy shit.
I would have been in 3rd class.
Fucking hell.
You would have been in 6th class.
Is it? Yeah, probably.
I'd have been leaving school. So we are at Limitless Slip Differences on same said socials. So TikTok, Instagram, Facebook and YouTube as well. So yeah, follow us on Spotify, and if you want to follow us on YouTube, fair play, go on ahead. And I think any last words, lads?
God bless.
We leave it at that. That's how we sign off ours. God bless.
Words is all the best. Best luck. And then one fella said to me last week, or at the drifting, he said he referred to a car living its life on the scutter.
Oh, fuck. Aye.
Have you heard of this? This is a Kerry man. And he said, oh, that car lived its entire life in the scutter.
And living in shit like.
No, the limiter. Give her
The
the
scutter doesn't sound like a great thing to be
Give her the
honest.
scutter.
No,
That's what he said.
Scutter means
The scutter's-
into the bin like.
Yeah,
shit.
shit.
He said he goes, that whole car spent its entire life on the scutter. Those were the words he said to me. He said, that car spent its entire life in the scutter.
Yeah, Scutter's shit.
If someone said scutter to me, I think she was dragged around farmyards. Like
Seriously?
do you know,
That's what I
Yeah,
thought too, to
Scutter,
be
that's,
fair.
Yeah,
that's
like-
Well, that's what he
literally
said to
it.
me.
moreover, a Kerry man, if he said scutter to me, I'd be
It's
like,
pure shit. Like
I've been
it's-
into a fair few farmyards in Kerry, and believe me,
Oh, they don't want to spend Christmas like.
Yeah, you literally no. Yeah, you say
Like,
Jesus.
it's-
There's a fucking mount of Scutter
I
around the place.
actually went
It
into the
is.
yard one day and to read the meter, and there was about 3,000 or 4,000 gallons of milk fucked out in the yard
Wow. That's a lot of money wasted.
because antibiotics.
Because what?
There was a cow with antibiotics milked in the
bollocks.
middle of it.
Depression.
I have been there.
Yeah.
And on that
And
note,
so we arrived and we were like, what
You
the
cried
fuck is going
driving
on
to
here?
Donegal.
And I looked and just went, I think something got milked that shouldn't have been milked. And the farmer was like a
Inconsolable.
lunatic.
Yeah, I'd
And
walk away.
Your man just, into reverse. We'll come back the next day. Yeah, it was I felt bad for the man. I didn't even know him, and I felt bad for him.
Bad.
To be fair, that's why we milk ours that could be dangerous for the tank separate.
Yeah, you sent
Yeah.
the red tippers, as you call them. Right. We all have to get on here.
Yeah,
So,
we need food.
best of luck. See you later, folks. Take her easy.
God bless.
There we go.
Wow.